Actually,
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, no more texture.
I think we're better now.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, this starts in 11 minutes 30 seconds. We'll go back quiet, and then we'll start the stream then. So yeah, okay. In 11 minutes and 27 seconds. Ooh, exciting.
10.
Okay. Right. Okay, I'm online.
5.
Okay. I don't know who's in the chat, but I can hear feedback, so you want to sort that out. But yeah, okay. Fallout London, here we go. Welcome to our stream, guys. Who else is in here? So I've got myself, I'm the project lead, 𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗧. I've also got all the heads of department. So I've got Sunny Delight, the head of department for the 3D department. I have Wolfie, the head of department for the creation kit side of things. And I have Toast, who's the head of department for the PR. So if this is a disaster, it's all on him. And I also have Siren, who's the head writer. You guys can all say hello now, so I'm not just monologuing.
Hey guys.
Cool beans.
Hello.
So yeah, this is going to be a bit of a Q&A sesh, as well as, I think we'll try and pace it. We'll try and do about 3 hours. So if you're here for the long haul, make sure you're comfy and got yourself some drinks and the like. I don't know why I'm sitting here rubbing my hands. I'm like a mental patient. Anyway, we are going to be doing this for about 2 hours, some level design stuff, so you get to see me bash blocks around. And then for the last hour, we'll actually run around the world space. During the creation kit time, we'll be doing a Q&A, so if anyone has any burning questions, feel free to shove them in the various chats on whatever format you're watching this on. Be it YouTube, in our Discord, on Twitch. I think we've even got some questions coming through on Facebook, so by all means, just plug them away. Try and keep your 𝗙𝗡𝗧𝗏𝗧 things to a minimum. Either way, we are trying to answer as many questions as we can in that time. And then for the last hour or so, we'll run around the world space. And believe me, that will not even show how much we've built. So, yeah. Ask away. I'm just going to start building. This is the area of 𝗟𝗡𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗧, which is a place near Rotherhithe. Some of you might recognize at least some of the layout. It was just so, this is some really old stuff. This was back in the day when we didn't really know what we were doing. So it's basically just going to be overhauled in front of you, because I'm just going to rip most of this out and rebuild everything. If you hear any slurping noises, I am British, I have tea, so that's what that will be. But apart from that, I'm about to crack on. I just saw the first question, are we all British? Apart from Siren, who's the really loud American, most of the team is British.
I object to that.
I mean, it's still true, though. Still true. Yeah, most of the team is British, but we have people from all over. You guys, might be best if you guys start reading the bits out, and I will try and answer accordingly, so I can build to my heart's content.
So we have a question from 𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗧. Are there any new aircrafts in London, and if yes, are they playable?
Any new aircrafts, did they say?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're not like drivable. You're not going to be flying around London. But yes, there are many new aircrafts. God, I'm going to get too involved in these questions, aren't I? So, Spitfire is one of them. These are static because we have a place called Biggin Hill Airport, which is famed for having a Spitfire and Hurricane, but they look pretty similar. So there's your Spitfire. There's also a bomber. There's some transport planes, which is similar. This was a modding resource. Transport plane. It's very similar to the one from, I think it's New Vegas. I think this was in, or one of them. I don't know. But yes, we have many. Bearing in mind that our mod is meant to have took place during what was known as the Resource Wars, so there will be aircraft littering all over the place, because England was sitting there in the midst of a war before the Great War came along, so they got both ends of a bad stick. Hope that answers
We've
your
got the
question.
next question, which is, he says, sorry for the spoiler. But was London in civil unrest at the time of the war, like rationing and stuff?
Yes. Of course there would be. It is not fun and games in London at the time of the, well, before the Great War, and it's also not fun and games in the game either. So, yeah, there will be, you know, you'll find hints of rationing and the like dotted around all over the place. And I'm sure Siren might have something to add on that, being the head writer. That is literally her department.
I do. So there is quite a bit of civil unrest in London at the moment. We have several main factions if you check our website, some of which are the Fifth Column and Camelot, and they are consistently in conflict with each other because they have different ideals as to how London should be led. And we have other factions such as the Gentry, who have a little bit of an iron fist over the way things are currently. However, they are declining in popularity. So there is very much a political battle going on in London as who will take London, who will be the ruling faction. And of course, the player has choices in that, and perhaps maybe the player can even make some choices themselves.
I mean, what would you say the overall theme is? I know that we always tend to say that Fallout London is very much more like New Vegas than Fallout 4, but I mean every mod project says that. What would you say, Siren, is what makes us stand out? As like that adheres to us saying that.
They're saying
so.
You're
Before
turning
I
us
get into
up.
that, I just want to say that I'm too quiet and people can't hear me.
Okay.
I was about to say they've just messaged me to say put us all up 14 decibels.
14 decibels. All right.
Yep.
14 decibels. That better? Better?
I'll give it a test now.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, we're boomers. Yeah,
find out.
so can you hear me now clearly? Chat, let me know.
I'm a
Hit us up,
technophobe.
chat.
I absolutely hate this sort of stuff. But I was made to do it.
Cool. They said good volume.
Okay.
Good, good.
Awesome.
Okay. We're not saying that all
So,
again.
Thank you.
To repeat what I was going on before. So, okay, yes, we will have Irish people in London. We do have quite a few Irish characters planned. And to go on further, we do have several factions that are vying for control of London. We have the Fifth Column, we have Camelot, we have Angel, and then we have a sub-faction called the Gentry, who are currently in control of London. And depending on who you side with and who you choose to help, the future of London is shaped. So, however,
Who made this building kit?
we're not trying to force people onto boxes, and perhaps the player can make some choices of their own. And if any of you are Fallout New Vegas fans, you may be wondering what I mean by that, and no spoilers, but we're going to have some cool stuff in there.
Should we just get it out the way now, or should we wait for later? Are we going to have sex lizards?
We will not have sex lizards. It
What?
was a tough decision. I was thinking
Oh.
about it, and I was wondering, would this further the plot? Would these characters make sense? And I just thought, they're not going to work.
Apparently, Siren is still too low now, which is weird because it was fine a second ago. 24, Pro. Put it up to 24.
I think you should check it on Discord and see. I might be turned down lower than I should be.
No, so you're the same volume as all of us, but you're just the one talking at the moment. I think, yeah, you need to set it to 24, Pro.
Okay. It's going to blow up. Is this...
The Leanne Phil question, it's already hit us.
Oh, really? Who had money on that one?
Yeah, Pro is louder than everyone else. We all know that. He just is louder. That's just the way he is.
That does seem a lot better now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
they're saying much better.
Right, okay, good. Okay, so we can carry on from where we were. Fantastic. I like
Okay, so
how...
there's a good couple of questions. Any hint on the status of Ireland in the universe / potato mutants?
Okay. Potato mutants. I don't know, because this is Fallout London. I don't know what's going on the Green Isle. As a standpoint, we have decided to not comment on the unification of Ireland or not. I know that the Wikipedia page, which is, anyone can fill that in, does say it's the Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. However, it's not really for us to say, and it is a sore point. I don't want to rock the boat one way or the other, so yeah, I'll leave that one. You know, we're focusing on London. We don't want to, you know, upset one party or the other. It's the bottom line of that. Yes, they will have a presence because they're Irish people. Obviously, you've got Kate Moriarty and the like, but yeah, we're not going to have potato mutants.
Next one, we've got, are there any Austin Powers references?
Yeah, baby.
The moment?
What? Do you say not at the moment?
Well, nothing that we want to reveal at the moment.
I don't want them anywhere near. Maybe there'd be a man with a really hairy chest. I don't know. But we're trying not to go too heavy on references because then you just sort of get like this Fallout 2 thing, which was a good game in itself, but it was just oversaturated, you know. And we're already seen as a meme. We don't want any more. So.
Next one is, I have a question. Since you say it's going to be more like New Vegas, will you be implementing a New Vegas style RPG mechanics like skills and auto multiple dialogue options for NPCs?
Yeah, some of these questions are in the FAQ, so I'm going to have to try and remember them. Yes, we are trying to use some of the different systems that are out there, but you know, at the end of the day, Fallout 4 is Fallout 4, and this is Fallout 4. We are going to put in various things such as like the XDI and all those sort of dialogue things, so you'll actually be able to see what you're saying and the like. And we are going to be putting in skill checks in terms of more level design based skill checks, but we're not going to try and overhaul everything. It's just so much extra work for something that we don't particularly think fits our mod. So yeah, that's my standpoint on it, at least.
Next one is, how severe is the flooding going to be with the Thames barrier and such being non-operational?
I just saw that one. I would actually care to answer that one. So the flooding is quite severe.
I mean, I'm actually building a flooded area right now, so.
Yeah, I was going to say I've been building in 2 of the flooded areas and extensive. Yeah.
But please continue, sorry.
Maybe.
So we actually have some very interesting plans for the flooded areas. We have quite a few, such as Bermondsey, and we also have a new species planned, which, of course, not sex lizards, but not to reveal much, but there's going to be some interesting characters in that area, since, as you all know, the FEV virus never left America, so we don't have super mutants in the mod. Therefore, we have a new species completely custom to us that we have planned. So, without revealing what that is, I would leave that to your imagination.
It is literally just sex lizards.
We were so inspired by the storyline of the Frontier that we decided to include that in the mod. They gave us permission, of course.
Yeah, we actually share assets with them, and no, we don't. Okay, it's a joke. I don't want anyone getting the wrong idea. I just got a notification on my phone. I was like, oh, a question, and it wasn't. It was just a Tinder update.
What is the pre-war propaganda going to be like in London?
Pre-war propaganda. Oh, let me see if I can find some. I like how this is. I keep getting distracted. I'm just trying to build a square building, and I'm just utterly failing.
Also, people just type to chat. Sex is confirmed.
Oh no! What have I done?
Deathclaw sex in there. There is not Deathclaw sex in there, unfortunately. Another thing we decided to retcon after the Frontier came out. Seems like it wasn't a popular idea.
I can't imagine why. You wanted propaganda, and I'm failing to find things. So yeah, so some of these are like old school ones that you would have seen that are in the public domain, so we can reuse them. It's like, we'll beat them before, we'll beat them again. Some newer ones, join the RAF. You've got faction-related propaganda, retro-futuristic ones. So, you know, we've beaten them before, we've beaten them again. As you can see, you've got the World War I German, World War II German, and then I guess what would be the World War III German and the like. So yeah, there's lots of propaganda-based pieces. Just general survival ones. Oof. There's a floating
Okay, so we've got a couple of them have just come in. Would there be a quest like the last voyage of the USS Constitution for the HMS Belfast?
I can tell you the Belfast ain't going anywhere.
Next one is how's Big Ben holding up, and can it still chime?
Yes. Yes, it can. Yeah, so Big Ben is obviously, I'll answer that a bit more in depth, both this one and the Belfast question. So the Belfast is in. Do expect a new model because one, is more fun to have something that's new and exciting, and two, just it's such a magnificent sized like warship. To try and do it justice in a model, it wouldn't be suitable for the engine as well. You'd end up stripping most of it out, and I don't know if you've ever been on the Belfast yourself, but like it wouldn't really be suited for gameplay. So we are going to be doing a new model. It is in the Thames. It's just sort of bobbing about a bit for reasons which I won't go into because it is actually a part of a quest line, but it does have its own little subgroup that operates there. The other one is the
answer
Big
a few
Ben.
writing questions.
Pardon?
If I may answer a few writing questions, because I see a bunch popping up in the chat about the Queen and Italian people.
Let me just finish about the Big Ben one, just quick. The Big Ben itself is still functioning. It's a very iconic building, obviously, and not one that we could have just destroyed to cop out. But yes, we've got a fully operational clock that actually chimes on. I think we've got it at 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Because of the time scale in the game, we don't want it dinging all the time. That would be frustrating. But yes, it does fully work. So, off you go, Siren.
Right, so starting with Italian people, I have written at least one Italian NPC into the game. His name is Giuseppe, so look forward to that. And he's actually plays a part in one of the main faction quest lines. So you will see him should you decide to go a fifth column route. And I'm seeing, is the Queen still alive? She never dies, but perhaps not in the capacity you think she is. And as for football hooligans, regardless of whether you mean American football or just soccer, there are no football
soccer.
However,
You keep that American crap away from us.
I'm sorry, you keep that British crap away from me. I am just saying that we do have hooligans who take on a sports theme, but it will not be related to football, regardless of which one you meant. And are the other members of the royal family alive? We don't use the exact names of the royal family for just, ambiguity reasons, but we do have other members of the royal family still alive, yes.
I'll also add that what we do have planned is, I mean, some of you might have seen some of the concept art as well, it is also very dependent on if the current reigning monarch is still alive at the time of release. Because there's one thing to make it slightly ambiguous, but to then, have like days of mourning, which we will have in England if that happens, to then be like, ha, look, it's a zombie. Yeah, that's not cool. So it is very dependent on that.
Another one is there a new soda in London?
There is. It's one that's obviously took, much like how Nuka-Cola has sort of took the form of Coca-Cola. If you've ever heard of Iron Brew, which is this normally made up in Scotland orange fizzy drink, that is our equivalent called Ion Brew, as in ion, as in like the scientific thing. And there is a whole story because we do have Nuka-Cola in our mod, and it is the sort of the struggles between the two different drinks companies, and you will see what goes on there in the game.
We've got one coming from Twitch, which is, will Fallout London have multicultural vibes the same as its real world counterpart?
100%. Absolutely 100%. It wouldn't be London if we didn't include that. Yeah, it is one of the most multicultural places in the Earth, and it would be a disservice if we just had everyone running around being, like white Londoners. That's just not the case. We are going to be as respectful as we are to what it is in real life. So we are going to have the multicultural side of things, much like how they had I think it was in 4, they had the Church of All Faiths. We have something similar as well. So yeah, there is representation.
We've got...
Oh my god, so many questions. Whose idea was this?
Is there any Lovecraftian style quests in the game?
Did Sonny
That's one for
get?
Sonny.
Yeah, did he go on an alt account and ask that?
Oh. Let's say something that was just an item turned into a little fun mod to explore. That's what I'm going to say on that.
I will show them the item though.
Oh yes, definitely.
Did you spell it cute, didn't you? Cute, yeah.
It's 𝗙𝗢𝗡𝗚, and there's the secret one, but
We're not showing the secret one.
Ignore that one.
Also, the 𝗙𝗢𝗡𝗏𝗡 will be in game.
I'm gonna stop doing that before it crashes me because I scaled him right up.
Oh, it's so cute.
It is.
We have a question from Tuesday. Will the 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗏𝗡 be in the game?
No. Oh no.
Yes, it will be. Thanks, Tuesday.
And will it have tape?
Tuesday.
Will it have tape? Just for that, no, it will not have tape. The options that, because it does have tape, we're gonna remove. Also, if people don't know, that's Tuesday. He does some of our video editing and the like, but he is the lead developer of the upcoming Commonwealth Responders mod, which I do believe is coming up to, I don't know if it's tomorrow, but very soon. I know it's a March release. So yeah, go check that out. He's actually got a really good trailer up, which you should all go check out as well. I think it's, someone said it's a bit similar to another one, I don't know, but I liked it personally, so yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of questions. Okay, we might have to do a speed fire round, bro.
Narrowboats.
I've been doing speed fire for the past half hour. Why are you doing this?
So we've got will the uniforms be craftable?
Will
the
what?
uniforms be craftable or purchase only?
Say that again. Will the what be?
Will the uniforms be craftable or purchase only?
What uniforms?
I think for the factions and such.
Well, it'll be exactly the same as in Fallout 4. You know, you're not just going to go to the workbench and make, like, Maxton's battle coat. You know, you...
Will you have any Fallout 4 NPCs like Preston?
Yeah, Preston's going to be in England. He just got on a boat and sailed over. He just thought, you know, I'm bored of this Minuteman stuff. I'm just going to go England. Be right back, lol. No,
The
they're
settlement
not.
needs your help.
Another country
Will
needs
there
your
be-
help.
Will there be narrowboats in the game?
Yes, there are. We already have some in. We've got one type that's currently in the work, and we're going to be doing another one which is more industrial based to really show off the sort of the streams and the canals that are right all the way through London.
Will there be a British equivalent of the Enclave?
So the British equivalent of the Enclave, because no, the Enclave will not be in the game, but if you mean like an antagonistic faction in which one that's more nefarious than the others, then technically yes, there is, and we also want to give the players freedom of choice morality in terms of you can choose who you want to side with even if they aren't good. So we do want to give you that option. But no, we don't have the Enclave or a faction that is like the Enclave. We do have our quote-unquote baddies of London, but they aren't anywhere related to the Enclave. They are their own people. They are their own group.
So no Sneakclave.
From Twitch, this one is, will there be any new snacks, food / canned goods more themed around English food than American?
We have a whole host where we've probably made it even slightly lopsided with the amount that we have. So obviously we can't just be having people rolling around getting was it Blamco mac and cheese and the like. That doesn't fit us at all. Sorry, my real life friend is apparently watching the stream and decided to distract me by sending me WhatsApp messages. Yeah, so our food items we do have. If I just type in food, bring some up. Find any. So, English pasty, pasty, whatever the hell it's called. You got your pumpkin pie. There's mushy peas. There's meat pies. There's
the guy who asked the question is excited by this.
There's Indian food. I scaled that up. That's why it looks like that. Oh yeah, don't forget the famous English food, Fesco, everyday value, horse meat burgers. Classics. But yes, we have foods.
We've also got Will Thatcher's grave be in the mod.
Will be what?
Will Thatcher's grave be in the mod?
Oh my.
No, right?
No comment on that one. I mean, the answer is no, but yeah, we wouldn't do something like that. As much as you might wish for that to be a thing, no, it's not.
Will there be flintlock weaponry?
No, you can go and play 76 if you want that. We do have something that Sunny's been working on, though.
I was about to say I made a flintlock set a while back, but it's not implemented, so maybe not. But there are things in the work. There's been pictures recently of that, released on the Nexus and so on. So.
We've got, so how corrupt was the British government? Like, were they at the same level as the American government, or did they hold some integrity?
I mean, you're presuming that they're not corrupt now. Well, yeah, I mean, it's the case with any sort of political power that's trying to hold on to power over like 200 odd years or so. Yes, there's major resource shortages. Corruption's going to be rife, always. So yeah, you are going to be having, in game you'll be definitely seeing like the ramifications of that. One of the biggest ones is the blast walls that we have that divide up the borough. It's one of the ways that they decided to put up these quite literal walls of keeping people segregated. Now I'm not going all into like Trumpy blah 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 blah, but this is like divisions in the boroughs, both for protection and to keep people in their own borough. So the people in Camden are in Camden, Islington are in Islington, etc. So yeah, and I think you can see some in the distance. Yeah, so there's some over there. There's just these huge walls that keep people in. They're twofold, both for law reasons and to prevent the FPS drops you get from large cities. If you've played 4 and you go downtown Boston, it's pretty laggy. So yeah, that's exactly why they're there, to stop that from happening.
Will there be any vault-like experiences in the mod?
Any
vault-like experiences? Something from like underground,
sealed
off areas.
Yeah, Siren, do you want to answer that one?
So, we do have vault-like experiences. Obviously, Vault Tech doesn't have a presence in the UK. However, we do have some underground labs for you to explore. Whose labs, we may not tell, but you will have the opportunity to go and explore underground, as well as explore tube stations. So, yes, there will be underground exploration, and it will be quite fun.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, as Siren said, that there are no like Vault Tech vaults. Our ones are called Pindar, which Pindar is actually based off a real initiative based, I think, during the Cold War, and that was basically what England's version of Vault Tech was in the real world, which is just basically a bunch of really crap bunkers underground. That yes, they do protect you, but they're more for continuing the government after everyone's blown up. If you've ever seen any of the Protect and Survive footage, I would highly recommend going and do so. It's some fantastic research for what our mod will be like. It's really, really depressing. And all the footage is completely real, and they release that to the public as is. So yeah, that sort of depressingness is the sort of stuff we're going for.
So we've also got someone saying level design harder, followed by something else.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of just sucking. I'm just moving like square buildings.
No, I think it's more appreciation than actually saying level design harder.
Oh, well, I mean, either way, I'm sucking at the moment.
Was there
it's because I'm under stress and you're asking so many questions.
Was there any inspiration from Mortal Engines when designing the world game?
I'm just going to distract myself more from my bad level design. One sec. I just know when we run around the world space, it's going to make up for how bad I'm doing now. What do we name the wall?
The gate. Main gate.
You just called it main gate?
Yeah, or go
yeah.
Westminster Bridge.
Yes, we did. See, this is what a proper gate should look like, you know. Right, let's try and do that.
I found the vid of it real quick. Put it in chat. Yeah.
Is this the one with you doing all the goink stuff with it?
Yeah. Because why not?
Pro has Windows 7 because he's
Oh, why is that always a question? Because it's superior. No, the reason why I have Windows 7 is twofold. One, because I have just never upgraded. But also by having only, 6 gigabytes of RAM, or whatever it is I have, and having older systems means that we can test optimization a bit better. If we're all testing on supercomputers, and then we release a game, it's going to be horrendously unoptimized, because just because we can run it doesn't mean that you guys can. By me using this and by having a low amount of RAM means that if I can't run it, we need to tweak it.
So we've also got, will there be any references to UK's former colonies / other countries in the Commonwealth?
Yes, 100%. I won't go into any detail on that, but yes, there will be. Can't have England without the colonies. It's kind of our thing.
Will you be using the Automatron robot builder in the mod?
Yes. Yes, that's our only DLC that we are going to be... You'll need all of them to play, but we, in terms of merging and the like, they don't need to know that. Yes.
Sean Northbridge, I think in response to the London Gate, says, will you be... I hope we get to see that animate and open properly.
Yeah, me too, Sonny.
Yeah, so I've been speaking to people who know how to do that kind of stuff and been animating other things. It seems quite possible. It's just the only issue is going to be the scale and the amount of time the animation lasts, but we'll tackle that. We'll look at it. Thinking something Rivet City style, maybe you hit a button or have contact with someone who then opens it, and maybe it permanently stays open or closes whenever you leave the area. Don't know yet.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Is 10 Downing Street going to be there? And if so, will it be a veritable treasure trove of pre-war political law?
That was just a very long sentence. Yes.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I struggled a bit there, not gonna lie.
Oh. Man, how do people do stuff like this? Like, you know, I'm struggling. I'm just like twirling buildings around.
They were saying earlier that you're doing a lot better than they could do talking while also doing this at the same time.
You'd think I'd have enough practice with the amount of crap we sit chatting away in the other bit. I guess it's because I know no one's like really watching because no one cares when we're in the private chat.
Now everyone's asking you. It's but yeah, basically what he was asking is 10 Downing Street going to be in the game, and if so, is there going to be some political law there?
Oh, sorry, yes, completely. I mean, it'll be in use. It will be in use by... oh, spoilers! Yes, it will be in use by people. So, yeah. Man, I'm like that one guy from the Marvel series who just sits there giving away all the secrets without realizing. Is it Tom Holland? Yes, I'm exactly like Tom Holland.
Differences between you and Tom Holland.
Yeah. He's more unfit than I am.
What's the main currency in London?
Train ticket.
Tickets are the main currency.
Yeah, I will make sure that if you're still around, that Sunny will show them off in use because they actually do things. But yeah, if you've ever been on London Underground, those tickets there, such as like your day travel pass and the like.
Will London have something similar to the Museum of Freedom? Perhaps if Nelson would love to play as an 18th century naval with laser musket and cutlass.
Yeah, actually, the 𝗟𝗡𝗅𝗧 would probably be right up your alley, 100%. They are a nautical themed gang. So we have factions and gangs. They're very different things. So much like in vanilla, if you imagine the gangs from Nuka World, but imagine that they were actually in the Commonwealth. So that sort of level. So in each borough, it is ran by a specific gang. And some of them have various themes, one of them being the 𝗟𝗡𝗅𝗧, who run Greenwich. They have that nautical theme. So yes, you're like the cut off their jib. Don't know why I
Question
said
for
that.
you, Prill, specifically. Do you have Google Maps open or something while you recreate London in the kit?
Normally, yes, but this has already been... What I'm doing with this area is just fixing up something that was old and looked naff. When we actually go off and build the area over in like downtown London and the like, yes, we have Google Maps open and we'll try and make things one for one as best as we can. You'll see that. This is more just so I can do something while we're asking Q&A rather than just having, you know, my face on webcam as I sit here picking my nose or whatever. So yeah, this is just so I can do something in the meantime.
We have a question. Will there be any World War II German weaponry, such as the MP40 or the MG42?
The MG42, we have permission from 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗏 and 𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗏. I mean, say we've got permission, I can't get rid of 𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗏. He keeps coming on my Discord and chopping up meat on Discord. Like, like literally, like this man was my hero. He's one of the best animators in the entire community, and he just invades my voice chat and chops meat up. Anyway, so yeah. So yes, we have permission to use the MG42. We also have the Luger, which we released, and we will be releasing a Mauser in the future. So yes, there is World War II, World War I weapons as well.
Are there any South African members on the team, or any South African content planned?
From South Africa?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone from South Africa. No.
Not on the team, no.
No. I don't
No.
think so.
We'll be able to get up there.
Are there any George Orwell references?
So not aggressively, but yes. So
Yeah.
we didn't want to rub it in there, but I'm a huge fan of 1984, so maybe, but we're trying to steer away. I see a lot of questions in the chat about references. We do have many British references in the mod, but we are trying to kind of steer away from references a little bit because we don't just want to be a whole game full of references. We do have a lot of original content, so we do want to focus on that.
You'll see some references, for example, the big television screens and the like. Those sort of subtle references where you'll see it and then be like, oh, that's so and so, rather than walking along and then finding a book that says 1984 or whatever like that. That's too on the nose. We're trying to be a bit more subtle. Remind me why I was doing this area again? This is not a nice area.
Okay, so will we get to see weapons such as the 𝗏𝗏𝗏 minigun and plasma cast?
We have released our own 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 minigun. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 minigun. Blech. We have released our own 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 weaponry. It's not a minigun. What do we have in place off the minigun? Oh, it's the MG. It's what we have in place off the minigun. So yeah, go check us out on the Nexus. We've released a whole host of weapons. So those of you that are asking about the World War II German weapons and the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, yes. We've released both, so yeah, go and have a look.
Will there be a Battersea Dog's Home and maybe a quest to get a dog companion?
I have never thought about putting the dog companion in Battersea Dog's Home. Why did I not think of that? Yes,
There we go.
we have a dog companion. Yes, there is Batsy Dog's home. But I don't know why I never thought about combining those two. But yes, that should answer your question. You will be able to get a dog companion.
Oyster cards deemed as valuable in this universe?
Oyster cards. No, not oyster cards.
Since the mod is in the UK, will it rain more often?
Yes, we have our own weathers in. There'll be lots of rain. There will be lots of rain. And also lots of pollution as well, to also further the theme that things were not going so well. And plus we do have a giant fracking canyon as well. Oh! That was a leak. We've not mentioned that before. Oopsie.
Off to the Tower of London.
No.
Apparently, how are the robot dinosaurs coming along?
Was that Aaron or Gallican?
Sean Northridge?
Someone that was on the team before who knows about them. Basically, for those unaware, is in Crystal Palace, there are, in real life, there are perhaps the worst statues of dinosaurs ever created. It is made back in Victorian times when they didn't really know what a dinosaur was and they just guessed. Highly recommend a little Google on that. You will be delighted. And we are going to have these creatures basically just trawling around as versions that are animatronic. We haven't made any headway on them yet because, funnily enough, it is very difficult to try and find a creature animator that's prepared to do such an ugly looking model. But yeah, they will be in.
How much tea will there be?
Enough. Gotta have tea.
Did England have a warning system in place which enabled them to get ready before the nukes hit? And if they did, why did they keep royals at Buckingham Palace and not in the bunker?
Is that relating to why the royal family is ghoulified? I guess is probably the underlining question.
Yeah.
There.
And also, did they have an early warning system for nuclear launches? Basically.
I mean, yes, but bearing in mind that they were literally at war anyway, so England was being bombed left, right, and centre. You know, so they had just got out of the resource wars. Hooray! They won that. No, sorry, no, they didn't. So they just got out of the war in the Middle East. They won that, and then went straight into the resource wars. They were still ongoing at the time of the Great War, so they're still dealing with the fact that they're being carpet bombed by Germans, and then suddenly all the nukes get shot over by China and America. So, you know, everyone's in a sort of state of, some are in bunkers, but not designed for nukes. Some are in nuclear bunkers, blah, blah, blah. But that isn't why the royal family, though, got ghoulified. So, yeah, you'll have to wait and see on
that. Some guy asked, can I pay for this mod with subway tickets like the guy who paid for Fallout 4 with bottle caps?
Well, that's free.
Wow.
Well, I was trying to get free travel around London, mate.
I was thinking 500 tickets, right, for the mod. 1,000, they get the golden gun retexture. For the pre-order for you, like Albion Expanded Edition. Hell yeah, that can be arranged.
Iron Soldier asked, is this going to be more of a DLC for Fallout 4 or a new game? I think
It's a new
we've done
game.
this a couple times before, but yeah.
What was that, Toast? What was the last bit you said?
Yeah, we've covered that a couple times before. It's definitively basically an entire new experience, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. So the term DLC was more like for expectations. We have far gone beyond what we expected we'd be able to do. Most projects at this point would have died. But yeah, we cracked down, knuckled down. Obviously, we all got stuck in lockdown, which allowed us to do a lot of work. And yeah, we've basically expanded the mod to the fact that it is basically a new game. You will require a new game. You're not going to be the sole survivor running around. Yes, this is like, you know, Fallout 4.5 while we all wait for Fallout 5 or whatever in the future. So hopefully it'll tide you over. No, that's not content creep, because we've actually done the work. We got to the stage where we were like, cool, should we do the DLC bit? And we're like, no, don't need to. We can keep going.
So, who exactly nuked the UK? Germany, Soviet Union, or other?
Other.
Any horrifying nods to Wallace and Gromit? Yes. We do have some side quests that are nods to Wallace and Gromit in development.
Are we adding the DLR?
Yes. Not called that. But yes, we are. It's a monorail now. You'll see that in game when we go through it. It's coming to 8 o'clock, so about another hour of this, and then you'll be able to see it all in game. Mainly because people are probably bored of me building squares, so yeah.
See, a question about the Soul Survivor being able to be there if this mod was DLC like originally planned. Your character will not be the Soul Survivor.
Yep, we announced that a long time ago. Sorry if that's a disappointment to you, but yeah, we announced that a long time ago that that's no longer the case.
Sorry if this has been asked before, but how does the mod start?
Well, normally and conventionally, you click on an icon, then it loads up, and then you click New Game, and then it goes from there.
We've been asked, will we be looking for beta testers?
We'll be doing our own internal beta, but eventually we will. However, if your application is, oh, I'd like to beta test, and you have no experience in beta testing or experience in level design, then we won't accept you. We need people that are proficient with actual beta testing and the creation kit. It's not just a case of running around and seeing if you like the game, because, you know, I could give it to my grandma and she could do that.
So, because I'm not a smartass like Prill, I will answer your question to a degree because we don't want to give any spoilers, but the game will start as a new game.
Why you gotta do me like that?
You know you deserve that one. So, basically, the mod will start as a new game, and you will be creating a new character, and we won't give away any spoilers as to what will be going on in the beginning, because, you know, that ruins all the fun, but you will be starting off meeting one of the main factions, one of the most pivotal NPCs in the game. There will be a big, glorious start with a lot of money shots and a lot of cool scenery, and you'll get to see London. It'll be pretty dramatic and cool. But I don't want to give away exactly what happens, because, you know, if you do, that ruins the whole mystery of it.
No, you'll just boot it up and it'll just be a gif of Prill just laughing.
Spoilers?
No, but will we have a Pip-Boy or a Pip-Boy substitute?
That one we will be doing an announcement on at some point in the future. We have something planned that we've had in the works for a little while. We just need to get the last few tweaks. If we can't get the last few tweaks, then we'll be completely changing what we're doing. So I don't want to comment on that either way, because I don't want to disappoint.
I think this one might be a good one for Wolf, actually. Will there be anything similar to the glowing sea or highly irradiated bomb craters?
Yes, it will be. Not direct nuke hit area, so it's slightly different. Are we going to give that away, Prill?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm leaking left, right, and centre. I'm not the Titanic over here.
So, around Greenwich, there's actually a power station in our mod. It was a nuclear power station. Due to some reason, we've yet to decide on why it blew up, but it did, causing the Greenwich area to be irradiated, like the glowing sea, but
we do actually know why it blew up. It's just you haven't read your notes. But continue.
Oh, well. I'm selected to lead, not to read. Anyway, yes, the O2 dome is in the quote-unquote glowing sea. We're not actually going to call it the glowing sea. Yep, I was literally about to say. But yes, the blight is where the O2 dome is. And if you don't know what that is, it was called the Millennium Dome at one point as well.
I'm stopping myself from typing in what I'm looking for, which is what I would normally do, because I know if Doc watches this stream, he's gonna murder me for not knowing the key.
Yeah. Doc was
Yeah,
already
yeah,
asking
like-
for crisps.
Yeah, he has like 3 crisp questions.
I've been kind of just ignoring those.
So I'm seeing a question saying, is Matt LeBlanc in this game? No, but we do have the original Top Gear guys, or parody of them, rather, in the game. Now we call it the Grand Tour
I
guys.
generally didn't. I forgot he was even in. I was just like, why would we include people from Friends? Like, I was like, oh right, yeah. Okay.
Do we also have any Scousers in the game?
Don't we have a Scouser on our team now? I don't know.
Do we?
But yes, we will. Yes, we will. Got to represent. I don't know who we're representing.
Apparently, will we be calling it bottom gear?
Well, our class is called Full Propel, and there are a lot of more power lines in there. Jeremy Clarkson, or Jezza, as we're calling him, is eternal. He will never die, and we let's just say that the our boys here are not going anywhere.
I like
Can we
that.
ride the London Eye?
You do not want to be riding the London Eye. I can tell you that much. You also don't want to be riding it in real life, because it's hella boring. Like, I went on it, and I was just sitting there, and I was like, ooh, it's London, but I'm up higher. And then, like, you know, Vertigo sits in, you're stuck in a pod for about an hour. Don't recommend. All those people who are just, like, desperate
Jeremy
to come to
Clarkson.
London. They're just like, well, I'll cancel my ticket now, then.
I mean, if you shoot him, I guess you can fight Jeremy Clarkson, but no, you cannot fight Jeremy Clarkson. I'm seeing, will you be able to cross the ocean, use the same character from Fallout 4 and Fallout London? No, you have to start a new game.
What if you swim?
But if you swim, then good luck to you surviving the radiation. But yes, you can try to swim.
Is there going to be feet in our mod, like the Frontier?
Well, people
Yes.
have feet. They're on the bottom off their legs. But are there going to be any weird comments? Not unless Siren writes them in, which I hope she doesn't.
150 lines of feet dialogue planned.
Oh, okay, good.
No, we're not doing that. We're like, let's to make it clear. As much as we joke about the Frontier, we're not doing that.
Wait, what?
We're not that
I
kind of
thought
mod.
oh,
Wait, what?
okay, Wolfie, you are the new lead. I'm out.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. Another one to my
Well-
collection.
Will there be power armor in the mod or some replacement of it?
I feel like next time we
I
do
think-
this, I'm gonna have an FAQ that's scrolling along the bottom.
Yeah.
No, there won't be. There will be some power armor in, but will it be obtainable by the player? No.
Can I get a sausage roll from a post-apocalyptic Greg's?
No, but you can get. You can get a black pudding.
Apparently, if you can't see the Ghoul Queen's 300-year-old pose, I'm out.
Okay, goodbye.
Can my home be in the mod? No, Prill already took that.
What do you mean I've oversaturated it with references of myself?
Do you reckon someone playing this mod is going to sit there and just stalk you because they found out where you live?
Why you gotta say
not a
things like
question.
that? Why you gotta give the general public ideas, mate? What the hell is
He's
wrong
gonna
with
be
you?
thinking now. He's gonna be thinking.
I mean,
Yeah.
if they manage to find your house because of this mod, I'm gonna give them kind of props. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah.
I won't be sorry.
What, am I just gonna be there like, well, you know, you have stalked me and you are literally now breathing on my windowsill, but you found me, props to you. No.
You found the Easter egg. You found the Easter egg. Well done.
It's the final Easter egg is finding where he lives in real life.
No, it's not. Please stop. If you find me, leave me the hell alone. Get off my property.
Is the protagonist voiced or silent?
Silent. I'm seeing a question. Are there going to be references to the dev team? We don't have any in there at the moment. It's something I've debated because we all work together quite a bit. Everyone's always on here grinding away, especially after the pandemic, and everyone's kind of like family at this point. So yeah, maybe I'm considering it, but right now we don't have anything. No.
What was that references to the dev team?
Well, we do have the textures for like the brands, but other than that.
Yeah,
no.
So we do have ourselves dotted around in various things. So if you reach predominantly the upper management team, or you have been on the project for, there was an arbitrary number which we came up with. Yes, you do have a reference in it as a sign of support, but these aren't going to be overtly like you come across a really weird room with fluffy toys in it, like the Frontier. No, it will be a lot more subtle ones.
This is a question for me. Can I be
A
just
lot more subtle ones. As he puts down a huge lit up neon sign.
But no, like, this is a question for me. Can I just be like a singular piece of toast with no description? Yes. That's it.
Just a bit of toast called toast. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure,
yeah.
Why not?
Oh, look at him showing himself off. I saw that giant 𝗟𝗡𝗡 dog sign in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody's asked for a link to the Discord server, and they've asked if we've got a Discord server. So I'm just going to post that in the chat now.
I thought it was in the link below anyway.
So it's not on the YouTube, sadly, because obviously it's got a new description every time.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if you do go to our website, there is actually Discord embedded right on there, and you can click straight through to it. So I'll put that up.
Was anything changed or removed due to the reception of the Frontier?
No, we actually added in more
no,
sex
actually.
lizards. More the merrier. they were received so well. We thought we've got to have a bit of that.
So we did look into our content and make sure, like, and all of the like large mods were doing this. We were all just kind of, oh shit, this is a problem. And we were looking at our own content being like, is there anything that could even vaguely be misconstrued as problematic? And thankfully we didn't have anything like that. But yes, this was definitely something that I'm sure all of the large teams were considering, which is that, do we have anything that could be Frontier scale? But fortunately for us, we didn't have any sort of fetish writing, so we were safe.
No. Yeah, it's, I just think like it's one of those things where you do need to be just sensible, because a lot of the issues that the Frontier, I mean, sorry, I'm going to name and shame them, have brought up is it's polarized a lot of these things. So I mean, I know there might be some projects out there that have a slave faction or the like, that they were all doing rewrites for, but like we don't have anything like that. We've got a couple of like little memey things, but no, you ain't gonna be finding someone who's got smelly weird feet and then underground with lizards and stuff. Like even our new faction, we were just sitting there and we had a proper meeting and we're like, is this something that's dodgy? And the answer was no, because it's not. There's actually nothing in there. And we don't want it to either. If you people go on Lovers Lab and start doing that, that's on you. It's not on us. Squirt you with a water bottle.
Will the Queen have her corgis? And they said if not, they'll be severely upset.
Go on our website and have a look at some of the concept art, and you shall see. It will be revealed.
I didn't actually know that. Apparently someone commented that the Queen has actually lost her last corgi in real life the other day.
Rest in peace.
What, has she not found it?
I think he means that the
Yeah. And as you hear,
I'm sorry.
outside Trill's house. As you hear, there's a sniper team sent by the Queen outside Trill house about to take him out.
Did they find it from the mod? Just go outside. You found the final Easter egg and just get gunned down.
We've got a question from over on Twitch. Do you guys use object palettes?
Do we use object palettes? Yes.
And that's from Fallout Cascadia.
Yes, of course we use object palettes.
And then they said, "Oh shit, signed into the wrong account."
Hello, Cascadia.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, of course. But as I said, this is a Q&A. I'm not really trying to do any interesting level design. Just booping
I mean, you'll
around.
see our interesting level design in the world space, so there's no need to really, you know.
I mean, you know, if you were to do like a really foresty area, perhaps that had lots of trees, I might use an object palette. But I'm not. I'm actually building part of the city.
Don't forget the rocks.
Oh yeah, gotta have rocks. Yeah, I forgot they're really important.
I'm speechless.
What? Why? What?
No reason. Just no reason.
Okay,
Check on the
so
top.
what height map generator program do you guys use for Fallout London?
Oh, we did our thing ages ago. You know what? I honestly can't remember. Like we did all our height map stuff. What, about a year plus ago? I've slept since then.
Jesus,
Sorry.
I was.
Oh, this is a perfect question for you, Pro. If I can run Fallout 4 on low, can I run this mod?
Why is that question for me?
If you're running the Windows 7 PC death.
Probably not
Yes.
on low. But yeah, we are trying to optimize it as much as possible.
I would honestly say yes.
Would you?
My
Okay.
PC dies on like when I'm in the main city of Fallout 4. Whenever I'm exploring it, but in this mod, it's actually not too bad, even with the LOD in.
Nice.
But yeah,
Will there be holotapes with the Queen's Christmas messages on them?
Was that like a real scrape the barrel question there?
That's the most recent one, and we're caught up now.
No.
See, everyone's taking the mickey out how he runs on Windows 7, so he must be running on low. You do know he's running Windows 7, but he's got like a super new generation graphics card in his PC.
The man who cuts meat on my voice chat told me to buy it, so I did. I wish that was a joke.
He's got one of the what's it called? It's in the top 20 most powerful GPUs in the market at the moment.
I like Windows 7, okay? I've also got one of the best power supplies because it blew up. My last one, so.
Okay, so we've got two new ones. Will this mod be compatible or reference any of the other larger scale Fallout 4 conversion projects such as Cascadia or Project Arroyo?
Wait, Project Roy is still a thing?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think it's going to be compatible particularly, is it, Phil?
No. Well, I mean, plus, like, Arroyo, is what? Fallout 2? What, like, this is... No, that's... No. Like, there's a big time difference there. I think even Cascades is based, like, 50 years or, like, 100 years in the future or something? So...
Will you have any scenic bunker places like Admiralty Citadel, Old Witch Station, Amstrom, Rota, and the Cabinet War Rooms?
Yes. Yes. Wait for the stream where we run around. You'll see all that sort of stuff dotted about. Because one of our old members, Edge, he made a London Underground set that's got all the old brick tiles on it and the like. So yes, we have embraced doing that sort of stuff with the underground stations to try and make them as nice as possible. So yes, but yeah, you'll see.
Will the players get personal houses in the boroughs possibly? And if so, what would they come with?
DJ's done a couple in Camden.
DJ asked that question, by the way.
What is wrong with you?
These things. These terrible things.
I was just like about to pick up DJ, but now I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go suck an egg.
Will there be police boxes scattered around the map?
Yes. How many Doctor Who's are there currently? Isn't there like 13, 14? There'll be that many around. You can draw your own parallels.
Is Tower Bridge extended / destroyed?
Well, I mean, currently it's unfinished. But yes, it will. As far as I'm aware, I think one is lowered and one is destroyed. If I remember the model. If I remember.
Yes.
The old one, it has that, yes. That's
We've got one
TBC.
from over on Twitch, which is, will 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗣𝗅 be making guns for this mod?
𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡𝗅 doesn't make guns; he animates them. And yeah, he's well, I mean, at the moment he's busy cutting meat, but yeah, maybe when he's finished cutting his meat, yeah, he will hopefully. We've been talking with him about a Lewis gun.
I think we've got the same question, similar question from earlier, but added a bit on. Are there buildable workshops or just player homes?
Is this also DJ?
This is not DJ this time.
Okay. Yes, we have settlements. We already have a settlement in, which we'll show you later.
What kind of retro future gadgets did pre-war London have that could have been different from America?
So obviously robotics and the like are different. I'm just trying to think. Like gadgets, I don't really know how to answer the term with gadgets. I
guess more like, obviously, in the Fallout universe, they had the cake-o-matic, obviously the thing that you go and pick up the slice of cake and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, like obviously, like we've got our different drinks machines and the like. That they're in the works, so I can't show them. But like, yes, we do have, because obviously we can't use American stuff. So if you do see anything American that's in the world space when Sunny runs around it, it's a placeholder because everything needs to be British.
Will the Houses of Parliament have ferals in there, aka politicians?
Yes, there will be, aka.
Will the River Thames be explorable?
You don't want to be going in there.
And then a question.
The Thames is not a place you want to have your second home in. It's quite deadly. But there's some elaboration on that.
The follow-up question for that is, how badly polluted is the Thames, and was pre-war Britain ever trying to keep it clean?
No, they were
very badly polluted.
Yeah, they were absolutely not trying to keep it clean. That was the least of their worries. Yeah, everyone is blowing up left, right, and centre. You know, trying to maintain fish and the like is not their top priority.
Is the never pronounced the name Abbey Road in there?
Yes, there will be a reference to Abbey Road. Yeah.
Will there be any new British-made energy weapons?
Yes, we have a British laser gun that was done by 𝗟𝗡𝗅𝗡𝗏. There is a version of the Lewis as well, which will have a laser variant. Yes.
What about the 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗏? Are we counting that one?
Yeah.
Big Pharaoh.
What sort of harvestable plants will be found in London, and any new ones?
Say that again. Sorry. New plants.
What sort of harvestable plants would be found in London / any new ones? So obviously, like, brain fungus, stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So we've got some new crops in the works. We've got like this mutated-looking strawberry thing. There's also like nettles and dock leaves. It's like a combination of the two. But yeah, they're still being done because foliage. No one wants to do foliage. It's kind of boring. We've got oak trees. They're new. Obviously, they're not harvestable.
Will there be BBC radio broadcast on the pit point?
New oak trees. We don't have the BBC. We have the BBM because it's completely different. But yes, it won't be like your John Henry Eden type thing, but there will be yeah, it'd be showing like your political broadcasts and the like. So
Someone's responding to what you said. They said foliage is amazing with a frowny face.
okay, but sure, okay. Okay.
We've got. Are there any plans for new creatures?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Yes, there are.
We have a fox.
More fox.
Do Brits have vertebrates or their own equivalent? I think we showed that earlier in the stream with our planes, didn't we?
That's a foxhole. That's not a fox. Is this one? No. Oh, it's probably the one that just says base fox. 50-50 chance. Fox.
Someone else says, are there any chances of a Vickers machine gun?
There is a chance of it. That chance is 0.
There it is.
The base fox.
Yeah. Yeah, so the fox was just one, but we also have completely custom, like in-house made ones, which is the 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗏, which is a throwback to Van Buren. That's been made by Oscar, as is these things that kind of look like closest thing I'd say they kind of look like the bald Neo clones from the Matrix. There's some weird new creaturey thing, as well as the as of yet unannounced new creatures, which we mentioned earlier.
Will there be religions?
There will be all faith equivalents.
When was the first time you started this project?
When was the first time we started this project?
It's what we just had a question asked.
Well, so to be fair, I understand that. So technically speaking, this project was started by someone called Bones way back when. I think that was actually started in 2017, right at the very end, so December. So let's just say like 2018 was when he started it. Through I don't know what the political term is. Through differences of opinion, he decided to leave the project, and then it came under me. This then resulted in basically a year's worth of lossage. So we all personally consider that the project has been run from 2019, I guess. But even then, like most of the hard graft was only done sort of during lockdown. You know, that's why I don't really understand why some of the other projects have took so long. Like
the Great Push, as it should now be known.
The Great Push.
Yeah, like the amount of the world space alone, because I followed along before I joined for quite a while, and the amount of everything push when the second we went into lockdown was like every week. I think Wolf can speak from experience with how big some of the merges have been each week.
Sleep? What sleep? Never heard of it.
No, there is no sleep. There's only Fallout London.
London is forever. Life is only temporary.
So the other thing as well is Cavs have got to be the new super mutants equipped in 𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗏𝗏.
What, mate?
You what?
Anyway.
As much as I would love that, no. I don't think that would get through the writing team.
I'm seeing a lot of questions saying whether we're from London or how many people are British on the team. Clearly, as the only American in the chat, I will say that I'm Greek American, but I used to live in London, and quite a few of the people on our team, probably the vast majority, are British.
Yeah, we actually went through a period of only having a few British people, but definitely within the past year, there is now a very large Brit focus. I would definitely say that the majority of the team is British. That's probably because I keep kicking everyone, so, you know. But yeah.
Will this be released on Steam?
One hopes so. I don't know, did Frontier ever get theirs to Steam eventually? Or was the whole
I
bullshit
think they did, but
marring
they
it?
got it. They got it taken down off Steam in the end.
Ah, okay. I mean, if Steam allows us, yes. Like, we know the systems of doing it, but yeah, I can imagine that the damage from the Frontier probably doesn't put a lot of faith in modding scenes. But yeah, we'll, if we can, definitely. Why would we not?
Will there be a British equivalent to Meatmen?
To Meatmen?
To Minutemen?
Oh. I was just like, wait, what? I was like, oh, it's Miami back with a picture of me. Minutemen. I'm going to go with no. It's probably the easiest way to answer that question, I guess.
We have like a good faction, quote unquote, of like if we're talking about morality alignment, but no equivalent to the Minutemen where you would say like, oh, this is just the British Minutemen. We our factions are original.
Yeah. I would say the British equivalent of the Minutemen is the Redcoats. But yeah.
Apparently, the other thing as well is, did we have to take pictures of IRL locations and buildings in London as reference pictures?
You can do. As I said before to people watching the stream, I'm literally goinking squares together. The purpose of this is literally to answer your questions, not to show off level design.
No. As in, did we go around London or have people who took photos of places in London for references?
Ah, okay, sorry. No, for the most part, we use Google
We've
Maps.
all been there quite a few times as well, haven't we?
Well, yeah, of course, but I mean, like, for actually in terms of building, we'll actually just use Google Maps. However, considering he has never been to Camden, DJ has made it's shockingly accurate to the point where I was walking around his map, and I go to Camden quite a lot, and I was able to navigate through his map without him having to tell me where to go. That was actually surprising for me on just how well he had done.
The guy, in response to what you said earlier about whether they're going to let people be mods on Steam anymore, that guy said the Frontiers ruined it.
Ah. Well, there you go then.
Which Fallout game are you taking the most inspiration from?
Brotherhood of Steel.
Varies depending on who you ask. That really varies depending on which member of the team you ask. If you ask me or our creative director, Ranger, we would probably say Fallout New Vegas. That's my favorite game. But a lot of people here would also, probably like Prill, would say Fallout 4.
For me, it's basically, it's a bit of each game.
Yeah. I think it has to be a bit of each game. It just has to be, really.
They said, sorry if we touched on this before, but is there going to be any Brexit references in the mod?
No, there's not.
Still won't be over by then.
Yeah, what are we talking about? It's still ongoing.
There's talks recently, wasn't there, about temporary reintegration while we fix the trade deal?
Of course. Do the British people in the mod blame the US or China for the destruction of the world?
The thing is, a lot of them wouldn't know. This is something that Bethesda kind of failed at. Like, 200 years is a long time. People seem to act like it was just last Wednesday that the world ended. Obviously, ghouls would kind of know what happened, but not necessarily. Are you telling me right now, if nuclear war suddenly happened outside, everything starts exploding, you're going to know exactly who it was if you're not in the government or watching the news or the like? You know, and you're not going to immediately find out. You know, in 200 years you might find out, but yeah, the way in Fallout 4 everyone seemed to just know, oh, it's Chinese, It's like, you've been surviving out of shopping trolleys and bin bags for the past 200 years. It doesn't matter who. That's the world you live in, so. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Will Zaytons appear in game? No.
No, no, such a bad idea. Shoo.
But sex aliens.
What? What?
Oh, I thought we were adding the, the Mothership Zeta probing scene. Were we not?
Was that a thing?
Sorry, I sneaked that in there.
Oh no.
Let's see. So, how about references about the resource wars in the Middle East?
Yes. Yeah. They have to be in, so yeah, don't worry, you'll be getting your references of that sort of stuff.
So, being asked, how big is the map going to be? Zone 5 action?
What was the last bit of that?
It says Zone 5 action, ?
Zone 5 action, I don't get that reference. How big the map is going to be, however.
Yeah, we can probably answer the first question, not the second one.
I don't even know what the second bit means. I'm a boomer. It is as large as the vanilla game. If you include all of the individual areas that are basically like the interior world spaces, like Diamond City, then yes, it's as large as vanilla.
We're getting a question that says, will there be ravens at the Tower of London?
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. There'd be more than just ravens at the Tower of London. There is a small gang that's sort of based around that idea of them. So yes, you will be able to interact with a not very nice group. They tend to be a little bit bitey.
Getting a question saying, how the hell did the British government manage to frack in London when a ton of people have a big of a tizzy about it?
You will definitely find that out in game. You will 100% find out.
Smell gas.
Also, being asked if we have a wild wasteland thing going on, and we have some fun references. Nothing is completely yes, we're taking it in a serious direction, but of course we have the fun stuff too. But no, there isn't a perk like Wild Wasteland.
No, I mean I never really vibed with that. It's it should just be the content, because having a wild wasteland gives you an excuse to put, used condoms in the back of military trucks and stuff like that. I'm not down with that. Trash.
Will the MI6 building or the equivalent of them be there and explorable?
Yes. Yes, it will. You might see it's where it's marked out, because we want to try and do a custom building for it. We tried building it with the in-game assets, and it's just a pig. So yeah, we'll have to probably just do it with 3D.
Getting a bunch of questions in. Will there be someone making tea in the Tower of London?
There will be tea everywhere.
Okay, next one. Will Wembley Stadium be in game?
Which one's Wembley? Wembley's the... No, I'm thinking of Wimbledon. Wembley, no. Wimbledon, yes. I know you didn't ask that, but that's the answer you got.
Are there different textures on the roofs?
Are there
different textures on the roofs? No, are those... I read it wrong. Sorry. Are those different textures on the roofs?
Yeah, we've got loads of different textures everywhere. Yeah, we're not just building with vanilla stuff. We have our own bits and bobs. So let's just grab this square. So most of these are all different and new textures.
Because London is so big, is it all going to be central, or have you found a way to add bits of Essex or Hertfordshire?
Hertfordshire? Goddamn Americans!
Yes, it's showing.
Oh, that's okay, lads. We're going to Bermondsey. It's near Southwark. Don't worry, I'm going to go and have my fish and chips over in Greenwich. Yeah. To answer your question, yes, it is still going to be London. If you want to see some of the rolling hills and the like, it will be over in Richmond and Bromley. Bromley's included some of its surrounding Greenland, so you can have that sort of stuff. And Richmond has been squidged up. It sort of replaces the borough next to it, just so we could get some in by just game scrunching.
Related to that is Kensington Palace in.
I think that Kensington Palace is either just on the edge or it is seen in the LOD. I can't remember. You have to ask Dan because he's the one who builds all that sort of stuff. But yeah.
It's mentioned in we haven't quite put anything in there in the writing team yet, but it is like planned. It's on there. So, but there's nothing currently. There's nothing going on there. There will be, but currently there is nothing planned for it. Go ahead.
Is there Jaffa Cakes?
No, it's not Jaffa Cakes.
Fish and chip shops?
Fish and chip shops? Yes, there are fish and chip shops. Yes.
We've got quite a few restaurants, and we have some food vendors, so... And especially in a couple of the boroughs, we have restaurants planned. And pubs.
Can I get a link to join the Fallout London Discord? You can. If you just go through to the website link, on the side there's a Discord embed you can follow.
Will there be any references of the SAS?
Yes, I think codename Merlin is his backstory is the SAS, if I recall correctly.
Asking, will there be Forbidden Planet in Tottenham Court Road?
There'll be a reference to it, but it won't be Forbidden Planet.
Is there going to be buildable settlements in central London?
Yep. There will be a buildable settlement in Covent Garden. There'll be one in Biggin Hill Airport, and the other one was going to be in Westminster.
Is there going to be a tea-making animation?
No. Then again, War Daddy was interested in making a peeled banana weapon, so maybe we can coax him into doing it, but otherwise, no. I don't know if people realise animation's not like the easiest thing in the world, so...
Is there knight armor in game? Maybe a possible King Arthur sword reference?
Yes. Yes, there is. We even released this. We released some junky knight armor. It's out on the Nexus. Even got featured in the Bethesda like mod of the month things that they did.
Someone asked, have you played Watch Dogs Legion?
I went to buy it. We all sat on stream. I think it was you, wasn't it, Toast? You were streaming it, weren't you?
Yes, I did. We also asked very nicely. We sent off a message because they have a public response team that's meant to be. Because they say a lot of their assets can be used by modders freely, but they never got back to us, did they, Phil?
No, Toast, they didn't. I was waiting for you to do that sentence. Sorry, I was miles away. I was just like, what do I do now?
But we, I streamed it and we all kind of looked around and went to different places and stuff. And we kind of found it interesting how they did a lot of their games crunching, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting how we had both included very similar, like, important areas. And then, yeah, had sort of like removed some of the boring areas because, you know, you don't want to just have basic houses. You know, if you just have row houses, yes, it's very British, but at the same time, it is just, well, it's just boring. It's repetitive.
They also did live captures of buildings using drones to make 3D renders of buildings, which some of them turned out like, oh wow, that's actually amazing, and some of them turned out a bit scuffed.
We're being asked what are our favorite factions in Fallout London. I guess that would depend on everyone's preference. For me, it's a little bit biased because my favorite is the Fifth Column because I wrote them. So they're kind of like my baby, so therefore they're my favorite, but everyone
No,
kind
I mean,
of
I
has
would say they're
their own
probably
favorite.
my favorite too. I mean, I basically wrote the Vagabonds with a lot of work being put in by Dis, but I definitely laid the foundations and he did some great work on top of it. But even so, I just loved your writing, so I would say that you have made them my new favourite.
It's the
I'm quite
nicest
a
thing you've
fan.
ever said to me.
It's only because we're
I'm
on
quite a fan
stream.
of
That's why.
I quite like the Tommies myself.
Yeah, they're cool. They're cool. I mean, they're not like a main faction, but yeah, they are. They do have a very, very prominent presence. So yeah.
Are there any plans to add more modifications to already released weapons? So any of the weapons, obviously, we've already released. Any kind of modifications?
No, they're
or
basically clear
attachments?
cut. That is what you're getting. Remember that the weapons that we release for the public are just for you guys to just have a little play with. Our main focus is on the main mod itself. Like some of them have like modern variants and stuff that we just don't have on our ones anyway. So we actually add in certain stuff that doesn't look particularly good just so you guys don't moan when they're like, oh no, it doesn't have a modern sight or blah 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 blah. It's like, well yeah, because it's not in our mod. So if some of them look a bit iffy, it's like, well, it's just because we're just trying to cover all the bases for you guys. It's not reflecting what's in game. Let's add in hero trees everywhere. I'm sure that won't lag.
Please no.
No.
That's okay. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗞𝗦 can manage a whole game full of them. I'm sure we can. Some here.
Obviously, this is a well in advance question that we probably have no clue how to answer, but once we finally release Fallout London, will there be plans for future DLC, such as going slightly outside of London?
Well, after Fallout London, I will definitely be going outside London. I want to be travelling. I want to be on a beach somewhere.
I think more is in terms of adding a
I know,
DLC.
it was a joke, dear. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy this team I work with. So, I would say it's open. But I feel like we've all got plans of doing other things. I mean, hey, this might be like a Frontier release where we never want to talk to each other again. So,
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh, please, you guys will sail me down the road. Be like, oh, it's all him. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, someone's got to take one for the team.
Or what I could do is very nobly, when it all does hit the fan, is just leave the project straight away. Because I hear that's what all good captains do.
fall on one sword, as it were.
Now I might just be like, oh, what's this? Oh, it's gone really badly and I'm being attacked. Now I'm out. Bye. Boop. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Now that we have Festo, will there be a co-op equivalent?
Now we have what? Fisto? What?
Fescos. Will
Oh,
there be a
oh my.
co-op?
I was just like,
Oh no!
what is that question? That question's that's interesting now. Fescos is the main one. We don't want to be doing like parodies of all of them. We don't want to have like what was that one in the newspaper recently? 𝗙𝗔𝗟𝗟𝗢𝗣𝗡 or something like that. We don't want to be doing that sort of stuff. So we've got our one. We're going to stick with that. By the way, anyone who's been still watching the stream, I admire the fact that you have managed to literally watch me just smash blocks together, not knowing what the hell I'm doing.
With our largest viewership I think we've had so far since we started streaming as well.
Well, next time when I'm a bit more in the groove and actually have a bit of a plan, when we actually do like a proper level design stream, when we're actually building something like of importance rather than just focusing on Q&A, then yeah, I'll be a bit more focused. But I hope Sunny's...
We also still have Sunny to look forward to, don't we?
Yeah, as I say, I hope that Sunny's stream will make up for my lack of competent building. So.
You just hit me up with them CSCs. What do we want?
Yes.
I'll start at FOLON start and move my way up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so smashing blocks together like this is impressive and fascinating to me, they say.
Ultimate 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗏.
By the way, I don't know if the music has been coming out at all or if it's just been silent, but I've been hearing music, and I tell you, Kyle's music slaps.
It's not been coming out on stream.
It's not been. Oh, okay.
No, I can hear the music.
Can you?
Really?
Have you
I thought I was
muted the
sitting here in silence.
Have you muted
Yeah.
the stream so you don't hear yourself twice?
No,
I have perhaps done that, Wolfie.
I keep muting the stream, but I keep turning it on and off again. It must have been when we changed the decibel limit. It must have fixed it.
Classic.
Wait, so has it been coming out or not?
No, apparently, yeah, the stream has said it has been coming out, so good.
Oh, okay. Because, like, this tune slaps. Like, I'm sitting there going, like, doo-doo-doo-doo.
People keep typing in chat one letter at a time over and over again. Lidl.
Or Aldi. I think it's a competition between Aldi or Lidl.
Yeah, it's the
they're
Lidl
not
and the
British.
Aldi clans competing.
They're not even British
Oh, oh.
companies.
All I'm seeing is chat is Lidl, Aldi, Aldi.
Oh, is this it? So, you know, Frontier gets 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗚𝗧, we get Lidled.
Oh, no, we've got an
Or
Asda. We've got an Asda now. We've got an Asda.
Why are none of you upvoting Waitrose?
Because...
Oh, we got a
current
Waitrose.
class.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
did
I
get
get
Waitrose.
Rose now.
Did my middle class come through then? What's wrong with Waitrose?
Little bit.
There is
Apparently
now...
the new thing is get Lidl vlog.
Get Lidled, lol.
Ah.
Okay.
It's all about Spa.
And then we've got Aldi Riser.
Spa is where it's at.
Spa? I don't even have a spa near
No.
me. The only spa I want to do is in Switzerland with my feet in a
Oh mate,
thing.
let's not forget about Happy
Don't
Shopper.
make feet comments. Let's just avoid anything about feet.
What?
What about Happy Shopper though?
Happy Shopper? What's Happy Shopper?
So in like Spa and all of like the other kind of small corner shops, there's always the brand called Happy Shopper. It's like the off-brand version of crisps, chocolate bars, stuff like that in the UK. Your middle class is really showing if you don't know what
I
that
don't,
is.
mate. I have never heard of that. I'm sorry.
These lower class foods. Why do you speak?
Oh, cost cutter,
Cost cutter.
Poundland.
What? What's cost?
We're
What? I know of
We're getting cost
Poundland.
cutter. Yeah, we're getting cost cutter in chat. Poundland. Have you never been to a
Sorry,
cost
what,
cutter?
Poundland? That's
Yeah,
a thing.
Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
equivalent. Yeah. I mean, it's a
Poundland.
lie
That's the
because
worst
nothing's a
thing
pound
I've ever
anymore.
heard.
Yeah, it's, you know, like your dollar stores. We have Poundland as our equivalent.
Yes, but pound. I'm talking about the name though, like Poundland.
Well,
Let's
we've
think
got-
about
we've-
that for a second.
Pound.
Yeah, we got Poundland,
Mm.
Pound Store. What's the other one before we went bankrupt?
99p store. Who got
99p
bought-
store.
Yeah, I love
Who
that.
then
It
got
was-
bought by Poundland.
Yeah, the 99p store got bought by Poundland. Oh, what was the other one though? There was another one. Pound World.
That's
Oh,
in Pound World.
old school Pound World.
Pound World? I literally have no idea what you're talking about. I've never
Like
heard.
they literally they were never near London. They were always out in the kind
Right.
of like in Kent and other areas.
Have you ever seen a Thingamybobs?
Yes.
A Thingamybobs.
What?
What a name. A Thingamybobs.
A thing.
It's a
They always
genuine
had, like-
shop.
They had like the
Thingamybobs.
most the trashiest plastic little toys. I always remember because when we were younger, we used to go there. and
I'm
used
so,
to
I
get, like, a
generally
little
have
plastic-
no idea what the hell any of you guys are talking about. I swear you're making this crap up.
No, legitly. My mum and
It's
dad used to
real.
buy me these tiny little plastic cars that if you pull them back, they go forward. They broke in a week, and
Thingamybobs.
this week I'll be bought a new one.
I've got no idea.
Look at the YouTube chat. Someone put it there. Anarchy.
Man, I miss when we had questions.
Yes,
There is actually a question in amongst all of this. Will there be diverse weather types like rain or mist? Yes, lots of rain.
Yeah.
Yes, we will.
Wait, what
hopefully
side do
see
we
some
drive on?
soon.
We drive on the left, don't we? What?
Yes.
Oh, I said I wasn't going to do
Oh.
that on stream. One slipped out. Okay, we got away with it. We got away with just one. Okay, it's fine.
Oh no.
Oh wait, we have a final one, which is about one stop.
One stop?
Do you not have a one stop either? Jesus.
I don't know if you know, but I haven't even left the house in the past year.
So one stop is a corner shop that used to be independent, but was bought by Tesco or Fesco in this instance.
My corner shop's called the 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗏𝗧 Express. I love it. He doesn't judge if I go there in my pajamas. He's boss man.
Boss man.
Boss man.
Will we have kebab shops though? That's the other question.
Will we have kebab shops? I think we've actually got a kebab model that someone did, but it's not really up to scratch. And plus, you know, you don't want to just... The problem is with just including all the British food is that... I like how I say kebab as if it's a British food. But you just end up, again, sort of just ticking all the boxes without actually having a reason for them all. You know, we already have spotted dick. That's probably about as memey as we're getting.
You can always obviously question where the kebab meat comes from, because in the UK, if we're being honest, we probably don't know.
So where my dad used to work, opposite there was an Indian restaurant, and on the roof they kept pigeons. I can tell you 100% that they were not serving chicken tandoori.
We've got a legitimate question. Were the British about to celebrate Halloween like in America, or do we even celebrate Halloween particularly?
I don't even think we celebrate it now, do we?
Not really.
When's the
We
last
do, but it's
time?
not big.
When's the last time anyone did anything for Halloween apart
We
from
do like a
going
Halloween
to a piss
party,
up?
but because it...
Well, for
Yeah,
me,
exactly.
it was last
We-
October.
We use it just as an excuse to get drunk, basically, like every holiday that we don't actually technically take part of. Like Hanukkah, yeah, cool. As long as we get a few drinks.
Yeah. Alright, I'm
Saying
bored of
no,
doing
but,
this
like,
now,
in-game.
so I'm going to prepare myself for Sunny's stream. I say that. I have achieved, in literally 2 hours, I have built
Cool.
2 square buildings and added some vines.
And flooded it.
I mean
Is
that's
there a
just-
pigeon companion?
No,
Pigeon
there's not.
companion.
Don't.
Oh,
I did
yeah,
actually.
okay.
I saw someone released a mod that actually had one of the Raven things follow you, and I was tempted, but no, I was.
Getting a
Homing
comment
pigeon lines.
saying we need to hear you guys drunk online.
What?
Ooh.
Oh, no,
No.
We can arrange that.
No, I mean, yeah.
Um,
So, spoilers for people is that we were planning a Fallout London meetup where everyone on the team will meet up in London. I give everyone a tour around London, and then we were going to go out for a couple of drinks. Unfortunately, then along came COVID. However, when it's all said and done, and it's actually safe in the UK, not just when Bojo wants to fix the economy, when it's actually safe, we will have it. Maybe we'll leak what happens, but we are operating on a what happens in London stays in London basis. So yeah.
once we get our all vaccinated.
What do you
Phil,
mean?
in
I'm not
comments,
getting
you'll-
vaccinated. I don't want Bill Gates to upload me to the Matrix with his nanobites.
I've been vaccinated. I'm fine. Don't worry about
Yeah, I'm getting vaccinated.
It was a joke. I don't actually think they're going to give us nanobites.
it. Oh, someone
You
You
asked,
people believing that we went to the moon, you're all mental.
Phil, in question to your reference about the pigeon and the thing, will there be a pigeon companion?
That's the same thing. You asked the same question twice, bruh.
Did I?
Bruh! No, there won't be a pigeon
Will
companion.
there be Anderson shelters?
Anderson shelters, yes, there will be Anderson shelters. You'll see that in the reveal trailer that hopefully we have coming up soon.
Someone straight after put all the London Underground. I think that was. Oh, they want to say, can we see some of the inner city in the stream, and then a bit further down, all the London Underground stations?
So, as I said, this stream, what you've seen right now, is me literally mulling about somewhere which we originally, like, when the mod first started and we didn't know what we were doing, we literally just ripped stuff out of vanilla and was like, haha, this will do. This was my attempt at just fixing it. More than likely after this, I'm probably going to delete everything I've done because it looks like crap, if I'm quite honest. But Sunny's going to go through and show you all of the world space. You'll now see inner London, some of the undergrounds. You start from a place called Deptford, which is like halfway between inner London and outside London. But yeah, more than likely I'll probably just do a monologue while he's streaming. But yes, you'll be able to see everything, including some of the underground stations, rather than seeing it in this weird cell view. So yes, got 5
put
minutes
the-
to go. Sunny, are you Sorry, go on, Toast. Is
Yeah.
there a question?
I was going to say, just before we do, we'll put it on a momentary pause. We'll
Yeah.
put it in the break thing.
Yeah, there was
we
2
wanna do, like,
questions
the
on
last-
Facebook, by the way, that I was asked. I saw before the stream started. I don't know if there was any more. One of them was about the football teams. We are having football hooligans. Hooligan is the name of our raider, so we don't call them raiders, we call them hooligans. They are not affiliated with any particular team. Now, in terms of football stadiums, we do have the Den, but that's the only reference. It is called the Den because that is the name of the stadium or the nickname for it. But it won't be Millwall Football Club, etc. It will just be that. And plus, especially as what we've done to the Den, I don't want angry Millwall fans to find me. The other question was actually answered earlier, so we're probably fine with that.
We have a question I'd like to answer. Someone on YouTube has asked, will romancing be a thing, not fetish writing, but genuine romance?
I was about to ask that one.
Oh, go on, self-plug. You clearly want a self-plug. I can feel it. I can feel it in your veins. Just get on with it. Go do your self-plug.
Okay, I'll do my self-plug. So, funnily enough, I came from 𝗎𝐸𝐸𝐺 modding, and my 2 mods were actually, one was a romance mod, one was an uncut restoration mod that brought back the Mr. House seduction route for Fallout New Vegas. So, the one that was originally planned by Obsidian. So, yes, there will be romance running in the game. Yes, I will be doing that. Yes, we already have 1 quest written to get 2 quests written in terms of the player playing matchmaker. However, we don't have the romance dialogue written yet for the player and other people, but we will have that in the game, yes.
I was
Got
just
silent there.
Yeah, I was about to
I
just
was
draw
wondering.
Z's out on stream while you were talking. That was all. Just...
Okay, so
I love you too.
So
Right,
if
okay.
we're going to swap over, we're going to put it on be right back mode, and then
Be
the
right back
audio,
mode
and
because
then
I know how that works. I'm a boomer. Okay.
the BRB.
Yes,
mode
I have
on
done it.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to mute us all. So we'll just have a little break and then Sunny will do his thing. So thanks for watching my terrible level design and thanks for the questions. Now we'll go on to the actual interesting bit that everyone wants to see.
Hello. Testy. Are we live?
Yep. We appear to be live.
I think we're on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're live.
Goody. So we're waiting for a few people to come back, but I shall walk anyway. This
We're
is...
just waiting for Prill to come back.
Yeah. I'll leave it here.
You may need to turn your desktop audio up by a couple of decibels.
Yep. Just keep me posted on that, all of that stuff.
I'd say increase. Yeah, there we go.
Is that good?
Yeah, I think it should be alright.
Cool.
That's all wonky. Some people are saying they can't hear audio. How is everyone's audio doing in chat? Just let us know.
Yeah, to make sure you can hear us all okay.
If you need me to turn it up, I can. Can you hear it?
Yeah, they say we're coming through just fine.
Cool. You can hear the sparks here. That should be a like indicator the in-game sound's working too. Cool. So, who have we got back?
I'm here.
We have.
There we go.
Oh, great.
We are all back.
We have Wolfie. Okay.
Also, this is a lot very high resolution on the stream. Jesus Christ.
Yep. Is it coming through at an alright frame?
It's coming through very nicely.
Okay, good.
To me, this stream looks very... Oh, for some reason it was 144p. Don't know why that was happening. But yeah, it looks good.
Okay, cool. So, I shall walk. Monologue. This is where we start. So this is the FR start. This is what Wolfie...
Oh, I apologise for being a boomer. How do I view his stream?
Oh,
Bro.
It's okay. I'll follow my own link that I posted to everyone else. I'm gonna watch you on Twitch.
Me going on 65.
Don't judge me.
Too late. I'm seeing a question saying, if the botched release of the Frontier caused them to reevaluate their creative process in the final product. I did answer this question. We obviously all of the large mods after the Frontier came out, we looked at our own content. We're like, damn, is there anything incriminating in there? And we took a look at it. And thankfully for our mod, we didn't have anything incriminating. We did take a very skeptical eye to everything because we thought, how can this be misconstrued? And we want our whole team to be aware of every single bit of story content. We don't want a situation like the Frontier where people didn't really know across the board what was going on, especially the voice actors. And our protagonist is silent. I saw that question. In case you're wondering for the reasoning for that, we would have like tens of thousands of lines of dialogue per gender for the protagonist. So in order to avoid, clogging up the game like that, we decided to go with the silent protagonist.
Was there a fox there, son?
That was a fox. I've got AI off, so he's just going to be sitting there chilling. What foxy's there?
Will there be radio stations? Yes, there will be. We have one called Crystal Palace Radio, where we actually have 2 DJs, and the fun thing about those DJs is they have a very interesting radio dynamic, and they have a very tense personal relationship, so that will be not what you're thinking, not Frontier, which will be revealed in-game.
DJ was just saying apparently your microphone is only in your left speaker.
Is that so?
I don't think anyone else has said that, so it might just be DJ though.
I mean, it could very well be, but I hope not. Oh.
Keep going.
Sunny is, but I think it's fine.
Okay, my bad. That'd be OBS, but too late to fix that.
If you check, I was going to say, in OBS you can check to see if it's got left-right channel turned on.
I can do that, if you wish.
It'll be
It's fine.
Yeah, like, just ignore me. I'm just chilling in the
We're being-
background.
Oh, is the London Eye still standing?
barely. But yes. But barely.
We're being asked again, how big is the map in comparison to Fallout 4? We answered that a bit earlier, but the map for London is roughly the same size as the vanilla game. When is Fallout London set?
Come on then, writer.
The year? I have a lot of
No,
trouble remembering dates. You go.
2237.
If there are ghouls in the mod, will they have a unique look or name? I mean, you know, they will look like ghouls and be called ghouls. Well, we have an interesting social dynamic about ghouls, which is that in comparison to America, in which ghouls are considered to be ostracized, even if they're not feral, in London, so feral ghouls are obviously still treated the same way because they're feral, but regular ghouls are considered like a normal member of society. There is no prejudice, but there is prejudice regarding our new species that we are including.
I like how your stream is literally sapping all of your processing power.
Well, bear in mind, this has got the entire LOD loaded. The graphics are pretty much maxed apart from God Rays, so it's going to take a while for each cell to
Yeah,
keep
it's got
updating.
no previous pre-combine yet. Look to your right though, that's a nice sign. I like that sign. That's a
Ooh.
cool sign.
Who's this?
Lizards, no, we've already had enough sexist jokes to the point where I've run out of them. Are there any highly irradiated regions in London? Yes, we have the Blight, which is basically like our equivalent of the Glowing Sea.
Does the laser gun work?
Hmm?
Does the laser gun work?
Yes. Man.
Shoot the laser rifle.
Boom. Yeah, the laser rifles are working. This is the...
Any update on the melee weapons pack or the throwable weapons?
I do have some things in the inventory. I think we've got the rapier in this mode.
No, not the rapier. Yeah, we do have them, but they're not. We still want to do a bit more on them. Oh, you did get it in. Okay, that's not finished though because it's ginormous. Yeah, things like that are exactly why we haven't released them. Plus, we are having much more fun and success with getting the weapons in, so that's what we've been doing.
Will there be ghoul birds, like in Fallout 4, for species like pigeons and crows?
Yes, they will be all gross looking. Yeah.
Being asked, is the Queen still alive? We answered that question earlier. Yes, she will be, and she is ghoulified. Whether she's feral or not, I will not say. But yes, she will be in the mod. And we aren't giving specific names to the Queen or any members of the royal family. They will have titles, but not necessarily names.
And again,
someone-
I'll raise that if the real monarch dies before the mod is released, it will be replaced. That's just out of respect. As respectful it is turning the monarch into a ghoul in the first place, but you know, ho hum.
We're also being asked, is there better be a quick cricket back? I guess it's more of a statement than a question, but we do have a faction, like a sub-faction rather, that is centered around cricket and tennis. We're also being asked any update on the melee weapons pack or the throwable weapons pack that was delayed from the roadmap.
We asked that.
We already asked that.
Never mind.
Do we like
the-
Fallout Miami? I like Fallout Miami. They don't like me though. I like everyone else just goes quiet. They're like, okay. Germans mistreated pre-war like the Chinese. We don't really have the whole animosity thing, but yeah, you will see the ramifications of the resource wars shown in this. Yeah, people won't be too happy to see Germans, but you know, I'm never happy to see Doc Mobius and he's German, so you know.
Hey, poor dog.
Is the Queen's survival anything to do with certain people trying to keep the monarchy afloat? So, yes and no. Her survival is incidental, but there are people who are still loyal to her, and some are quite powerful. There is ways for the character to influence the direction of the monarchy in-game. But I want to stress that the monarchy is not like a part of a major faction, nor are they game-changing. They are just there. They're not, because I've seen a lot of questions like emphasizing them, but we didn't want to make them like a focal point. We're being asked about members like the Duke of Cambridge. We have the Queen and we have the Prince of Wales. We are not giving specific names. Also, we're being asked to talk about the vehicle designs.
I like how you start your sentences with "we're also being asked" in a Q&A. I like that.
Oh, well, okay. You want to read the questions yourself? Go ahead.
I think it's a bit obvious we're being asked. However, I don't know where you got up to.
Okay, well, never mind.
So
your incel showing.
It's pleased when you talk about vehicle designs that are obviously not drivable, but curious about the inspiration.
So 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗚, he did quite a lot of our original vehicle designs, based them off sort of like amalgamations between several old classics into just like one new one. Off the top of my head, I can't remember, unfortunately, like the Jaguar and all these little ones. But yeah, there are also ones designed by Daniel Zabotinsky. He based his off just like retro versions of them. So yeah, you know, different people use different things to create new stuff. So yeah.
Where to, guys?
Just follow the main road. Run down the main way off to Southwark. So if you go left and just follow your way down, you go through all the sludgy bit.
Sludgy. I will enable the TGM. So I'm going to make it clear to everyone. I've recently come back to the project the last few months or two. And me exploring the world space is like, I'm lost. So
yeah, just go that way. Keep going through there. It's only because he has a computer that doesn't have 6 GB of RAM. So you know.
You have 8, by the way.
Is it 8? I see. I don't even know. I've just been Bitcoin mined. I like how you're going through the area that's still being built, but you know it's fine. We'll just show that off on stream because you know I'm not gonna hide. Yeah, if you go the other side of that wall, you'll see what Ropey's been building in Southwark, this area here.
Down this way.
So they ask, is the Prime Minister still tightly under wraps, or is he still alive? Or can we not say?
We cannot say.
No.
Doc Mobius, quick maths.
So turn around, please. Because you're just running through like the Minecraft area that's not being laid out.
Where do you want me to go, dude? I said, tell me.
Yep.
This way?
Yep, that way.
Not that way. Or this way.
Don't forget there is a delay on the stream for us.
True.
So 180.
That way. It's either that or give me the COCs.
Yeah, I'm just going to give you the COC.
Just give me the COCs. The world space is too big, dude. I'm lost. Give it to me.
Yes,
Yeah, I can see that. Please stop
London.
running through the square area. Jesus. Just go back on the main road.
So to answer Enclave Sympathizer, yes, there are settlements you can build in London. We have several planned. We actually have one implemented already.
Go to FOL Islington.
Just that.
I mean, your stream is like way ahead of me. So COC space FOL Islington crypt on the green.
You absolutely love that, Sal, don't you?
Well, I love it more than this Minecraft area he's running around in.
Oh, dude. I took the wrong turning, okay? I took the wrong turn into Minecraft. I can't.
No, it's
help
fine
that.
because
I wanted
this is
brown
the
bricks.
thing.
What do I
that
do, huh?
When you show off a world space, like this is how it is when you're building things. You know, you do block out an area and you build around it. You know, I'm not good. We don't need to be one of those streams that, you know, oh, we'll only show it in this direction because we've not built anything behind it. It's not like one of those Wild West sets, you know.
We're being asked, why is the game so passive aggressive?
Why is what?
Why are you so passive aggressive, Brill?
Apparently, you two are sounding like an old married couple.
Oh.
Oh,
Come here.
I mean, that's basically me.
Speak.
I'm just mean because I'm British.
Well, the I guess the closest answer I can give is that we all work together so closely. We've all become close friends at this point where the banter just becomes like we're all one big polyamorous couple.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's gonna be a Frontier scandal.
What happened? Why am I in trouble?
No. You didn't hear anything. You didn't hear anything.
Oh, I didn't know.
Crypt on the green.
I'm not passive aggressive. It's just full aggressive.
You're stuck on it.
No, I'm just reading the comments. Oh no, there will not be vanilla pipe weapons. Good lord, no, they're ugly things.
Ugly? You mean like ugly or fugly, but not like hugly?
Yeah,
I
it's
did,
like when,
I did think you said ugly as well.
Yeah, what is hugly?
well, maybe I just want to be hugged. Maybe that's the truth of it.
Well, maybe if you weren't so aggressive, someone would hug you.
Now just dead silence.
I'm just looking at the stream. I just want to see.
I'm appreciating the view.
Me too.
Oh, no.
Oh wait, what's
Well,
that?
I don't have a
inside that buff?
fursona.
Mhm.
Why do I apparently have a fursona?
That's exactly what someone at Fursona would say.
I don't even know what one is.
We do not still use bottle caps as payment. We use tickets, like underground tickets.
London Underground.
We're being asked, is the House of Lords still standing? Project Lead, hello? You there?
I'm sorry, I was reading another question. Yes, the House of Lords is still standing. That's over in Westminster. We're miles away. We're over in Islington at the moment. Once you've done a loop of the area, if you open up the console.
Oh.
Bearing in mind that I can't see what you're
Tell me
doing
the
at the
code.
moment because
Just,
there's a...
I'll put it in.
Why don't you just go to you can go to Trafalgar and run around near there. So that's COC space FOL Eastminster EASTMINSTER
Got it.
then Trafalgar Square. Trafalgar Square.
Apparently, a question to, I guess, this is the whole team. Have you completed Fallout 4 without cheating?
Fortunately.
Yes.
Yeah, when it first came out I did. Apart from that I just live in the console now. Player dot add item. Player dot place at me 20593. Yay, settlers. Okay, Brilla, I have something super important to tell you since you're reading comments. Hi, hello to you too. Happy birthday to Letitia. Yay, 24 now? Almost 30.
Letitia.
It's all downhill from here.
Do you
Message
plan-
retracted. I wonder what
Something
project
you've
that
been
could be
passive
from.
aggressive.
Okay, next one. Hey, so with the Bank of England gold vaults, will you be able to access them? Yes, we have a bank vault, which is like a small settlement called Millionaires Row. The Enclave Sympathizer. Oh, I see OC inside a building. Fantastic. Enclave Sympathizer. Not related, but which Enclave is better? Fallout 2 or 3? 2, I guess, was more fun for me, but I know 3 was the one I grew up with. It was basically my first Fallout game. I know I was a Fallout 3 person. Do you plan on uploading the full soundtrack? It is slowly being updated bit by bit. Yeah, it is. We were posting it every Monday or so. We're just having a break from it at the moment so that people don't just think we're a music channel, and then it will be coming back up again at some point soon.
It seems the comments are very intent on calling you passive aggressive.
I mean, I just thought I was aggressive. Maybe I need to up my game. What comes after Fallout London?
Phil's steady decline into insanity.
Fallout Bristol.
I mean, mate, that's coming during Fallout London. I don't know, let alone after. Maybe I'll just start to heal slightly. If you run...
I'm just letting LED catch up. So you're seeing all the
yes.
bouts loading all the maps. So you just have to
Oh, yes, of course. If you... you see where that church was on the right?
Yeah, up that way.
Bear in mind your stream is behind for me. Yeah, just sort of run along in a straight line. You'll come across the British Museum at some point, the BT Tower and the like. There'll be a couple of just like, I think, some square buildings that you'll run past, but then apart from that, you just keep going.
Yeah, that's alright. It's all loading in.
Okay.
Will there be any new companions? Oh yes, of course. We have our new dog companion, as we mentioned before, and we have a bunch more planned. Okay. We're being asked, can you find some fancy smotchy, I think you meant schmancy, jewels in the Tower of London, like the crown jewels?
Yes. Yes, you will.
Which faction is the most like the Democratic Unionist Party of Britain?
Where it's most like? We don't have anything that's like the DUP. We try to stray away from real life politics and the like. Hey, we aren't all passive aggressive. Okay. You guys are sticklers for that.
There's a little bit of animosity in that tone.
Is the BT...
playing your hates.
Yeah, so I presume Felix's question, which is BT Tower a state secret, refers to the fact that, and some people might not be aware of this, that when that giant building that's on the stream now, the BT Tower, was made, officially it didn't appear on maps, and it was not recognized. It was literally a secret, even though everyone can literally see the giant tower. But yeah, after a while they said it existed, so yeah.
Will your passive aggressiveness have any influence on the dialogue options? Thankfully, he's not writing it.
I will write all the sarcastic options so we can actually get proper sarcasm in.
Will
Seriously,
there be NPCs?
I was playing the vanilla game, Fallout 4, and yeah, I clicked the sarcasm option, and my guy just turned around and said, "Fuck you," and I was like, "That's not sarcasm. That's just swearing."
Because you're so quirky, you have to choose the sarcasm option. Will there be NPCs from other countries? Well, yes, there'll be like British nationals, but from different ethnic backgrounds. Yes, I've inserted some Italian people in there, some Greek people in there, basically from a number of places. Yeah.
Are they intentionally strunk? That's the field of vision on the stream. They are huge. Sunny has just got like a large monitor, so he has a field of view and also shows off things.
Do bear in mind I will keep stopping just to let things load.
Fine.
St. Paul's still standing strong with the days of the Blitz. Yes, we do have St. Paul still, and there is a group of people in St. Paul, so we consider a minor group. They're an interfaith community.
Let's go to an interior. Once you've once I can see your screen.
That's alright. Just say it.
I don't remember it now. The stocks interior COC space FOLINT. I think it's called
Oh lordy.
Plague Trailer. Trailer Plague or Plague Trailer. I forget.
We'll find out.
We will find out indeed. It's almost like I should have wrote these all down beforehand.
Same. No, neither.
Ropey, I see your comment.
Hit me up with the Bank of England. It is just Bank of
Oh,
England.
okay. Do COW. So COW space Bank of England World space 0,0.
By the way, it was FOLON interior trailer plague.
Alright. I'll get to it.
Will the
Yeah.
Enclave be there in the
Interior
world?
trailer plague.
No, they will not be. We are not including the Enclave in the mod. And we have another question. Is the House of Commons still standing?
For the 5th time. Yes.
I was even building it earlier today.
And we have yet another question. Is Fallout London bigger than Fallout 4? We've answered this many times, but it's the same size as the vanilla game. We've got, is there a British Army / Armed Forces faction or a continuation of HM government like the Enclave? We do have a faction called the Tommies. They're technically a sub-faction who are sort of like an army faction. They're loyal right now to the gentry, but mostly to the monarchy. So depending on which way you influence the Tommies, they're kind of like the kingmakers of London. Will there be any scones and clotted cream?
He's escaped. Ah.
Oh man, the Project Lead just ran away. I guess we're going down with the ship. How many different endings will there be? Can all the factions be sided with, or will it be like New Vegas where you can side with the major factions while minor factions also exist in the world? That is an excellent question. So I don't want to spoil anything, but we will have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4
Stunning.
main endings.
So if you
And-
want to have a code, type in. Alright, do it that way. Never mind.
We have 4 main endings, one for each major faction, and then we have another that is a little subversion. And I don't want to reveal exactly what that is, but if you're a New Vegas fan, it'll definitely be something that you're quite into. Is there a British equivalent of Vault Tech? Not exactly, no, but there will be underground areas to explore that will be reminiscent of vaults. Trying to keep up with everything. British Army get any headway after the nukes, or did they just go bye-bye? You could consider the Tommies to be sort of remnants of that. Are the chems the same as vanilla?
No, we have our own chems. I won't elaborate on them because we'll be doing like a reveal of them in one of our update videos.
What would you guys think about modding for Fallout 76? I personally think no. What's everyone else's consensus on that?
Nah.
No thanks, I'll pass.
Um,
Okay, go to
I was thinking Candle and Cocoa.
no, go to the sub we wanted to, but it's actually FOLON int.
Right. And then what? Trailer Plague, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There you go.
The teacher wants a peaceful ending. She doesn't like murdering everyone.
There is a semi-peaceful ending, yes. Semi-peaceful, I mean, you can't really go one Fallout game without having, like, you know, no violence, but there is an ending in which you don't have to destroy everyone, and you can actually make a chance for a better London. Let's see, is there going to be a reference to the Five Eyes connection that Britain, Canada, US, New Zealand, and Australia had? I imagine they'd be working overtime in order to keep the world together.
I like how Doc said, I want to see the Bank of England and all I see is rain. Well, that is kind of London for you.
Is this Doc's area?
Yeah.
This is Doc's area. So this was based off some artwork by 𝐬𝐩𝐸𝐴, I believe. And yeah, he got it pretty spot on to what it does actually look like.
So pretty.
I mean, Ropey, I would happily show off some more of Doc's work, but he's too busy playing Path of Exile to do any, so you know. And yeah, damn right I did you dirty like that on stream. Get back to work.
And we love you, Doc. Don't listen to him. He's just passive aggressive.
No, I'm not passive aggressive. The man said he would do stuff in December. It's March. Like, where is he?
Putting aside, we're seeing more questions. What is with Camden Market? So, yeah, Camden Market is gorgeous. It's being built by DJ. It's not quite finished yet. We still have to put some vendors in, but Camden is looking fantastic. Will there be a monarchy faction? The closest thing we have to a monarchy faction is the Gentry. They're sort of like Parliament. And,
Look how you massacred me. Sorry.
And they are sub-faction. You cannot have an ending with them, but they are tied into the main quest line.
Sunny, if you want to go to another cell, just do COW space IWM world space 0,0. Just make sure it's not raining, because it does get a bit dark on stream with the rain.
Yeah, I forget, like, the stream can look hella dark compared to what I see, so... I don't know if you can change that. That would be cool.
Is there an equivalent to the shard of the gherkin? We do have the shard in the mod.
It's not finished, but yes, we do.
Not finished yet, but it's gonna be in there. Is the queen still alive? Yes and no. Yes, she's alive, but she is a ghoul. The shard is just a tower of blocks. Okay, that's Ropey.
Okay, that's Ropey. What are you doing like that?
I love you, but you threw so much shade at me. Can we see some South Bank? Is post-war London more Is post-war London more popular? Sorry, Ropey. Can't even read. Is post-war London more populated compared to other cities within Fallout? Pro.
Oh, sorry, I was just waiting for Sunny to make it not be raining. Yes, there's going to be a lot more population in specific places, but yeah, you'll still have a feeling of emptiness. It will really depend on what borough you're in. Sorry, I got a bit distracted by the fact that one of our main level designers, who is literally too busy playing other games, only knew of our stream because he was watching other people on Twitch and we happened to pop up. Like, that's the dedication that Mobius has.
Oh. Are you so mean to the little master?
Wait a minute.
Hi, Knight.
He's just swearing at me in DMs now. so he'll cut me.
Who is the captain?
Yes, they are. We got permission to use them. We had to fix them though because some of them are quite high poly. Not so much high poly, but they're with like the individual sandbags were like millions of individual sandbags, so we had to fix them up.
How does the majority of London fit inside a single world space? Well, the simple answer is with magic. The complicated answer is someone else could answer that.
Yeah. How is because, like with any games company, you have to game scrunch somewhat. So London itself actually has quite a lot of its landmarks only in specific areas and boroughs. A lot of it is also obviously just generic housing. So we try and limit the amount of generic housing we have because it's just not fun to run around. And also we're also doing a bit of the old Fallout 3 vibe, which is if you want to get to a specific area, you have to go under the underground system. That way we get best usage off the underground system. I hope that answers your question.
Being asked when did this get released, and thank you for the compliment. It has not been released yet. We're still in development. I can't give a definite release date yet because it's not set.
Next
But
Wednesday.
Would love that, but we're making definite headway in literally every department. So this has been an extremely productive year for us. You guys gonna have a faction? It's just a bunch of high/lowlanders. Will bagpipes be a weapon? No, they will not be a weapon. Are you guys gonna have a faction? No. When do the nukes hit? And also, is there remnants of Halloween? I think we've gotten this question.
Yeah, we have. Sorry, Sunny, if you can go to COC space FOL Greenwich and then go off and show the blight area, it'd be great.
It's just Greenwich, right?
The new... Yeah. Sorry, COC space FOL GREENWICH.
I spelled that.
Okay. So, Halloween, no, because I hated the fact that when we were running around in the vanilla game, there was like Halloween decorations everywhere. It really ruined the theme of things. And when did the nukes hit? At the same time as everyone else. Sorry for that delayed answer. I was watching Sunny fail at spelling Greenwich.
So passive aggressive.
Got
Is the world space gonna include fucking Edge?
Well, maybe if you finish it.
Ben, when have we read that? Do you have a favorite bit of flavor text for item descriptions?
For ours or in general, normally they're the things that we'll put in last because they're quite easy to do, and there's just so much more heavy lifting that we need to do right now. We'll deal with the flavor text later. So if you see on any of the loading screens, it pops up telling you about Vault-Tec is the way forward and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, just ignore all that because it won't be in there.
Take me to...
What was the UK stance on the Great War?
So go to your right. You'll go past the bus and then you just keep running right. Wolfie should be able to direct you somewhat.
I forget how far behind I am.
Head towards that boat.
The boat, of course.
See-
The boat.
Yep.
I'll go this way. I'll take the one. The what's...
Hold on. Are you fast? Ah, I should have been watching you on Twitch. It's way faster than on YouTube. Ah, okay.
Yeah,
bear
just
in
follow
mind,
this road.
It's hard for me to like tell sometimes when the LOD is loading in still, so...
Oh, there's the DLR, by the way.
Okay, so can you find planes with black boxes you can listen to? You can find planes, but we don't have black boxes, no. What was the UK stance in the Great War? I'm gonna field that to Prilla.
I wasn't even listening to you. Sorry. Say that again.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, we'll just okay. No,
I'm so
we'll
sorry.
Save that for later.
Please repeat. I'm
Okay.
interested.
Are you genuinely sorry?
Not really.
Okay, well, okay. Well, I'm gonna answer this for the sake of the person who asked the question. Respect for them, not respect for you. So, what was the UK stance in the Great War?
You just said you were going to answer it. I had a bit of tea.
I said I would still
The
field
UK
it to you.
stance on the Great War was that they were staying out of it because they were a bit preoccupied being blown up by the Germans. It was sort of a moment when they were expecting like more German planes to come over, and then whoops, it was a giant nuclear bomb. So, yeah, that old chestnut. Whoops.
What is your favorite thing that you made? Question for individual team members. For me, it would be the fifth column. It's one of the main factions, and it's definitely, even though they technically are quote-unquote bad faction, a lot of work went into them, and a lot of nuance went into them, and I just, I'm quite proud of where they went, and I'm really excited to see people play them in-game, even though I know a lot of people don't like to take the evil route. Quite excited to see it in-game.
Go left,
field
Sonny.
every
Just
single
keep going
person.
towards the ruins. Sorry.
Wolfie, what was your favorite thing you made?
Bit biased, but Islington. If
It
it's
is
the
quite
main,
pretty.
yeah, I mean, if it's the world space, like the main one, the Greenwich area, because it's so central to the entire map.
Krill, what's your favorite thing you made?
Fallout London. No. Actually, I really like my bus garage. That's like one of the first times I finished building something, and I was like, okay, I like this.
Okay, reading through everything. So, do you have any high-tech factions like the Brotherhood of Steel or the Enclave? We do, and they're called Angel. Angel is very ambiguous and morally also ambiguous, and I don't quite want to reveal them because that's even something when you're playing the game, you don't want to know exactly what Angel's up to. So I'm not going to reveal much more about them other than the fact that they are a high-tech faction. Okay, going on. What caused fighting between England and Germany?
The resource wars.
Yeah.
There was a great lack of resources that led to the European Commonwealth, I think it was called, or the European Union, basically the EU, in their timeline broke up, and everyone started fighting. It's almost like it's going to happen in real.
Passive-aggressive faction. Look no further than here.
They're not going to let that go, are they?
The passive-aggressive faction would be the Vagabonds, because for the most part, 𝗟𝗢𝗡𝗄𝗡 is just this antagonistic, passive-aggressive person. So yeah, the Vagabonds.
Many cities and towns, like Diamond City and Good Neighbor, we have a borough called Eastminster, which is quite impoverished, and it's quite a lively neighborhood. We basically have worked that in already. But Eastminster is going to have its own market in Trafalgar Square, and it's quite a lively place. We have a number of settlements, one of which is already implemented. In terms of what's the biggest settlement, would you say the airport?
Camden. Because Camden's been divided into two. You've got Camden and Camden proper. Camden proper is DJ's own like world space, so like a Diamond City world space. And then obviously you've got all the huge areas outside. So yeah. Let's hope no one in the Angel faction ever gets upset, otherwise they'll become weeping angels, and bad news anyone sees they know that's bad news. I mean, yeah. I mean, they don't exactly turn people to stone. Maybe that's one of their experiments, but we have to wait and see.
The Steam notifications are getting bad.
What? Notifications? Huh?
Nothing. Ignore.
Okay.
I
mean, Loaf, it's a bit weird when you're running around the glowing sea area when you put on the brightest weather. We can do if you'd like, but it doesn't really fit the theme of the glowing sea.
If you do it from the top of the building. Yeah, just so you can get an overlook. But do it once you're up the top.
Yeah. Try, if you're going to put on a weather code, try FW space 1EB2FF. Because 15E just burns my corneas.
Yeah, I will say. We need to consider.
Use the goddamn elevator.
I wanted to, but I didn't press the button, damn it.
No, it's on the bottom floor.
I know. I know.
Oh man, I'm gonna watch the Twitch stream is way more, but I'm like literally watching it in the past in YouTube.
Stop watching on YouTube then, bro. Open.
It's a door, you have to open it.
Take the
Sorry about popping in now. We had to call an emergency.
I'm so glad you told the internet that.
We're being asked questions.
what was that?
So,
13.
will there be sim settlement support?
Will there be sim settlement support? No.
Yeah. Thought so. Are the bus?
No.
Okay, I'm trying to read this. Do the bus wrecks follow any real-world bus routes?
So our buses are designed as like way markers. So it's 15E.
Sorry. 15E.
Yeah. So when you're in Camden, they'll all say Camden. When you're in Islington, they'll all say Islington. So I know that's not how buses work, but it's just as a way marker so you can tell you are, because some people have never been to London, so you can actually understand where you are.
Oh, actually, that is good.
That's bright.
It's bright, but you can see kind of overview from here.
Why don't you go up to Doc's building and show the overview from up there?
True. It means flying, but
Yeah. Fly.
we will fly.
Yeah, I mean, we are just showing off the world space and what we've done, you know, like, people are going to see the squares of incompletion, because by the time the game comes out, they won't be squares of incompletion, you know, that's just how level design works.
Being asked, will there be new settlement objects?
Yes. We actually released a mod that had a new settlement object in already, which was the London guard box. So, yeah, we know how to do it. We just put it in. Because, yeah, you don't want to be, you know, building a settlement in London and then putting down American chairs and tables and PCs and stuff, so, yeah.
He's asking us to go into the monorail.
We will go into.
The underground. This is actually a station you can enter right here.
Oh, right here.
Well, you walk past it. It's back
Can you
outside
venture
the
out?
dome.
Oh, you
Can
mean
you
back
venture out
there,
to the
sorry.
countryside?
I do know what you mean.
Yeah, afterwards we can go out into the countryside, it's fine.
Yeah. Make that up there.
Wow, like the
It does look
the
funny.
YouTube still has you running a completely different way, and Twitch has you running back on yourself.
Yeah, YouTube always has a delay on it because, well, the people who don't have delays are the big
Walk into
streamers.
Walk into it. What do you mean, sorry?
Sorry, you were looking at the door.
Someone said to estimate how much time has been invested into this project so far. So that's kind of a difficult question to answer.
Too
because-
damn much.
Yeah, so that sums it up. We had previous leadership, and I can say, like, from a writing standpoint, as that's really the only department I can comment on, we have almost completely rewritten everything from what the previous leadership did. So, yeah, a lot of work has been put into this, especially since now, after that work has been done, we have the main storyline almost totally complete. We're on dialogue now. We have a lot of side quests written, and we have the main factions written and quest lines for them written. So right now, pretty much everything has been put into overdrive. So we're doing pretty well on that.
Becky, get up there. We're flying. We're going up to Doc's building.
Oh.
Canada 1?
Yes. Also known as Canary Wolf to everyone.
Yep.
For those who want to reference, the building's about 3 times the size of not Tenpenny Tower, Trinity Tower in Fallout 4.
We're being asked, will there be new hairstyles, beards, etc. for character customization?
Yes, they're already in. We have punk hairstyles already in. So you got your punk hairstyles, your skinhead hairstyles, and your mod hairstyles to fit our gang factions.
I'm using Nate here, but do you want me to flick through?
Well, the choices you make affect
yeah,
the
you can
world
do.
space. Some choices will affect the world space, like changing like details and level design. Not everything, but like a lot of things will actually be affected by the choices you make.
Click on your character,
Sorry.
type
I'd
in
also like-
SLM space 14.
I'd also like to continue on the previous question I was asking about how much time was invested, because I only touched on the writing team, or from what I know from level design, especially with the pandemic going on and everyone being stuck working on the mod, we've actually made a huge amount of headway in terms of our world space. It's immense. We have a world space that's
What
the
is going
same-
on with that Batman cape?
It
Flying
happens
around.
when you're in the with any like cloth physics, when you're in the face generation menu and all that. So every time it updates, it just makes things go flying.
Yeah.
As we mentioned, we have a world space that's about the size of vanilla, and it's like immensely, like a lot of it is complete to the point where we've been moving on to interior. So it's like there's a lot of work that's been put into it, and it's not just like, you know, placeholders. It's actually like insanely good. If I, you know, I'm just the hype squad for level design team at this point. But yeah.
Yeah, the area that he's standing over is probably the least finished. That's because Doc Movis just lied to me. He lied to my face. He basically just spat in my face and was just like, "Yeah, I'm going to do it in December, boy. I got you back." And then, you know, just like all Germans, they say one thing, then they start marching through the Ardennes. Yeah.
Oh,
Bro.
Slammed for that for sure.
Oh,
But no, this is probably the most least finished bit. I'm just going to try and roll off that sentence. Yeah. Most of the other bits may have a few other bits that just need to be fitted with like buildings to take away the squares. But apart from that, yeah, it's mostly done.
So
Just quick, if you want to go off into a foresty area, why not go off into the Biggin Hill Airport area?
Yeah.
Sonny?
Ah, yes, I love that area.
I saw some people wondering in chat why we have floating buildings in the air. That's just the way like some people like Prill work, where they just kind of build things and then just stick them in the air until we have a place to implement them.
Bromley. So COC space FOL Bromley Biggin Hill Airport. Yeah, when I build, if something is not finished or it's up for removal, or maybe I've moved it in from another area, Bromley, BROMLEY, no B, it's not Bromley.
Sorry, my bad.
No worries. Yeah,
There we go.
if I'm building, and say for example, I've built something over in say Croydon, and then I want to move it to Bromley, I'll end up just leaving it up in the air. Everyone on the team calls it the houses from up.
Wolfie.
Biggin, BIGGIN.
GGIN. Biggin. I fucking.
Biggin.
It's so
Biggin.
many places. You become so used to just remembering the cells that you work on, and then, like when you're trying to find things, it's like, oh, no, big list. I wish I had the CK open right now. But my
On Twitch, someone asked if Slough is going to be in the mod.
Not if we can help it. No, Slough's not in.
simply they said, will the wasteland that is Slough be in the mod?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, to be fair, I've been to Slough
Did you survive?
once.
We're being asked, is pre-war infrastructure destroyed? It looks like a bunch of stuff has power.
Some stuff does certainly have power.
I do know it's there.
Doesn't necessarily mean it's electric, though, just because some lights are on. But yes, there are definitely certain places with power. So you can show off the settlement in this area as well. It should be working. It says.
Yes. I think I need to put my HUD back on, but oh no, maybe not. I forget, but yes. Let's build a building. This is my house. Welcome.
Looks like my level design I did for 2 hours earlier.
Hey, I'm going back to Minecraft here. Where's my brown bricks? They'll be in there somewhere. Anyway. Shall
This is
I
the
build a
question for me. So, obviously you break stuff down. I think obviously generally get resources for London. Is there going to be any areas which are specifically resource heavy that you can get stuff from in London?
Yeah, I mean, you'll always get that in elements of just exploration. So there will be certain bits where it is very much more desolate. For example, I know we have a lot of food items and stuff, but getting food and drink will be a lot more difficult, and especially getting just generic resources as well. But, you know, Fallout 4, it does lend to, you can pick everything up and get stuff, so there's an element of both there. Yeah, Sonny, if you want to just keep walking down those paths, go down Stock Hill.
Yeah.
If you go down there and then left, it'll take you off into the back end of Biggin Hill. And then we can probably end the stream, because that'll probably round us up to about 10.
We're being asked, why are the trees still alive?
Floaty.
Because they would be. It's
Been 200 years.
It has been 200 years since the bombs fell, and I can tell you, after going to Chernobyl myself, it has been not even 100 years since that disaster, not by a long shot, and that place is literally a forest. And there are literally ginormous trees growing out the top of office blocks. I personally think that the idea of, there being no forests whatsoever is actually more damning in terms of the law than there being everything overgrown. Charlie wants to see Muffin, the saviour of London.
Charlie.
Yeah, but Fallout doesn't use real radiation rules. Maybe in America. I'm saying America. America.
Yeah, but even then, to be fair, if you look at 76 is pretty damn overgrown, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And that has nuclear bombs dropping in you every 10 minutes.
We're being asked, will there be any new power armor types or versions with new decals to existing ones?
Sorry, what was that again?
I said we're being asked, will there be any new power armor types or versions with new decals to existing ones?
No, there won't be power armor. Other teachers in there. I don't like that in 76. Yeah, it is pretty whack.
Especially when they glitched the codes out and people were firing nukes every couple of minutes.
Yeah.
What?
There was hell.
Yeah. Right.
Uphill?
It's 10 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a good place to end everything here. My alarm has just gone off.
There you go.
It actually did just go off. So yeah. You'd have probably
Thank you
have
everyone for coming today.
Yes. I've actually enjoyed that. That was all right. Apologies I didn't build anything too exciting. As I said, this was more off a Q&A.
Oh.
When we do the next one, which we hope won't be in 5 months' time, which it was last time, but we'll actually do something. Perhaps we'll even get Doc Mobius on, and he can even do an interior for us. But yeah. Thanks everyone for coming. I never know how to end these, so I will let Siren end it. So thanks everyone.
Thank you guys for coming. It was super cool getting to see you all and to getting to chat with you. So please come to the next one.
Check
And
out
also-
all the social medias.
Check out our social
yeah.
media. If you got
Hit
any
the
more
like button and
questions-
subscribe.
Yeah, please sub. If you wanna ask any more questions, you can do so on our Reddit and especially our Discord. We'll get to you. We have a new Q&A channel on there. So yeah.
Sweet. You don't know how to end the stream, do you?
Oh, excuse you. You couldn't even try. Cowardice is what it is. So okay.
Just hit the off button,
That's
mate.
it.